What's going on, everybody? How you guys doing today? Hope everybody's
What
having
up?
a great day. If you sleep in the daytime, good luck with that today, right?
Yeah,
Man,
there's no sleeping, bro. We got hit with like a straight like atom bomb just hit the center of the Marvel card hobby, bro.
Yeah, those Patriot missiles were on fire today. So, all right, guys, stay tuned. We're gonna have some great stuff for you. We got a couple of special guests, and we'll see you in a little bit.
Yeah.
Marvel Masterpieces 2020 million is finally
here. It's here,
finally
bro.
here. So they're doing what they've done with the past few sets, Spider-Man Metal, and X-Men Metal, copyrighted 1 year, calling it a different year. Are we going to end up calling this 2023 Masterpieces? Is that what the community is going to call this? Because it's been even years so far, other than early on, right? So we'll see.
Sure.
But let's bring in our special guest we got here tonight with us. We got the one and only Norton Rad, Mr. Fausto. How are you today, sir?
What's up, buddy? How's it going? Hey, Lonzo.
Thanks for joining us, man. Appreciate you.
Course,
and Mr. Matt Fuller, OCD Marvel Sketch Cards, hanging out in the Shire. Jay kicked him out of his place the other day, so he had to go hang out in the crib. So
I had to hide.
Chats.
He had to go into another multiverse, huh?
Pretty much.
Yeah. We got Jose's here. What's up, Jose? How you doing?
Chris, Jose, what's up, baby?
How you doing, buddy? Mark is here. Welcome. Inner Global, what's up, man? Doing well today. You guys blowing my phone up. I had to turn my phone all the way down, volume completely off today, so I could actually get sleep because I've switched my schedule over for MentalCon this weekend. So sleeping during the day, so I'm up in the evening and overnight. So Mr. Fuchs, what's up, man? You want a link? Come on in, buddy. Would love to hear your thoughts on this.
Yeah, bro. Get up in here, man. Off-White Tim. Oh,
what's up, Kellen? How you doing, man? Dan's here. What up, Dan? Tim.
Off-White.
What's up, man? He's in both chats. Very nice. Very nice.
That's love right
hang out
there.
Whatever chat you want. We'll do our best to pop all the comments up. We'll try to keep questions to masterpieces tonight. I'm sure chat will probably have a few CGC questions. If you're open to answering those, Norm, we'll let you decide to do that. But the primary topic tonight is going to be the masterpieces.
It ain't masterpieces, guys.
It's Masterpieces Day. So
we heard a lot about CGC yesterday. We need masterpieces today.
There's not much anybody could say to kind of carry on that topic. So on to the new stuff. Armando, what's up, my man? How you doing? Nostalgic, what's going on, fella? We got Interglobal saying hi to the guests there. Everybody's here. Spider Cave, what's up? How you doing, Justin? This guy's awesome, man. We've been working out some trades left and right for cards. So
that's the homie right there, bro. That's the homie right there.
Sure. Sick. Bob A, what's up, man? How you been? I haven't seen Bob in the chats in a little bit, but Bob's here tonight. So yes, sir. Yeah,
masterpieces will do that, bro. They bring people out of the darkness into the light. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So Upper Deck dropped a bombshell on us today out of nowhere with no I'm sure there are people out there that knew, right? But nobody cares that you knew. We all know now.
We all know now, bro. That's all.
We all know now. Bro. Nobody cares if you knew before. You don't need to. If you did know, just keep it to yourself.
People knew the secret. People knew the secret.
Yeah, people need a secret. It is what it is, man. Looking forward.
How do you guys feel about the set? It's for the homie Matt and Fausto. You guys excited? You guys?
I'm good, man. I'm refreshing Dave and Adam.
Refreshing Dave.
I love that.
That's the whole show.
I love it. I love the
everyone's heart.
He's like, I'll be back.
Nothing's happening. I'll be right back.
Fausto's like, don't worry. It was internet glitch.
Nothing. It's nothing. I was looking at something else.
Oh yeah. By the way, I got 5 cases.
Just by chance. No big deal.
Yeah,
I'm so excited, man. I am so freaking excited. It's great to have another masterpiece come back into the fray. I just get so excited. I posted a picture of all the surfers from every masterpiece, and I get excited every time. I was about to say every year, but every couple of years for a Silver Surfer to come out in a new line of MM. I'm hoping this year Surfer's back because it should be back, right? We should see him. Should see some FF characters. We need a
There we
hotline
go.
chat that tells us.
Jim,
Yes,
I
we
like
actually
that. I like that
somewhat.
for
We
sure.
should have
We
some
got the
smoke
homie
signals.
Soul. Show love to the homie Soul real quick. What up, big
Sorry.
dog?
You got
Yo,
it. You got it. Click. What's up, Soul? How you doing, buddy?
oh man,
Yeah.
excited. Off way,
Dude,
Tim.
what's
I'm
up, big
excited for
dog?
Jubilee collectors. No, I'm excited, man. I'm thrilled. I'm ready for this.
My daughter's she likes Jubilee. She's not like a Jubilee collector, but that's her favorite X-Men character. So if she was going to collect one, that's who she would go after. And I saw that, and I'm like, okay, it's all right. So to me, something that's Jubilee, But the art is perspective. What you like, everybody's different. Like Matt likes different stuff than I like. Fausto, you like different stuff than I like. Everybody likes different stuff. So everybody's take on all the art's going to be different too.
I know you're geeking on that domino, though, Nathan.
Ooh.
I know you're geeking on that domino, dog. I know you're like, bro, this may be rainbow time. It may be rainbow time, big dog.
Maybe. That's going to be hard, though, because I'm going to be like, do I give up on pursuing another rainbow I'm looking at doing, but very, very slow to try to go after this one? Or do I just wait it out and eventually? Doom, what's up, man?
It's tough.
Yeah, that image came out insane, dude, for that domino. And I love the keychain. Little keychain on the gun, it's a little domino. It's the detail, the attention. It's crazy, bro.
I'm happy my girl's getting some love, that's for sure. Tim's like excited for Jubilee collectors too, yeah, for sure.
Sick.
Illuminati reached out to me and told me
what is with that, man? This Illuminati thing is ridiculous.
I don't know. It's whoever made that account. Stupid. It's fun. To me, it's fun. It's stupid, but it's fun.
It's funny.
You got to take it with a sense of humor.
I love the people they followed before they hit me up. It was the best. It was like all the big.
I was like, I'm going to follow this I'm like, I don't know who it is, but I'm going to follow it just to see what they're posting. So because sometimes it doesn't matter if it's. Sometimes it's just stupid funny, and stupid funny is good sometimes. We need a chuckle.
It's stupid funny. Yeah, 100%.
What do you guys think of some of those new parallels, like the Ember ones? Well, we'll get into those Interglobal. So let's get those pulled up. We'll get that pulled up on the screen. We're going to go over this. So, Daniel Santos.
So Matt, how are you feeling about the set before we get into this? I know you have some stuff.
You know what I mean? There's just so much to look at. Like even here, like it's an intro, and then you look at the background, you're like, wait a minute, that storm is just, oh my god.
Stunning.
I hope they don't do what Fleer Ultra did. I hope they keep, the art kind of the art. I'd love to see that instead of switching up. You know how they add little details to, like they added the foil stripes in Fleer Ultra afterwards.
Oh, that's not happening.
After the artists did all their stuff. I hope they don't.
No. You'll see it in the examples of the cards. They won't touch that.
I'm going down here. I'm moving you up there.
What If will be the only one where they do, right? Because
the What If will be like the comic book variant thing, but like no, right. I think we won't have that problem with masterpieces. I do think that was a mistake in the Fleer Ultra. Some of them look banging and they're very nice, but you can't have like artists do backdrops and then do that kind of foiling thing. You just can't do that design and not let them know.
It takes away from their work and their efforts.
That was a mistake.
What do you guys think on? I mean, they haven't announced it yet, but what do you think box prices are going to come out of it?
I'm thinking 350, 3 to 350.
I would have guessed like right around 350, but with pre-orders,
Lewis is going to buy all of mine. I don't have to worry. Lewis already said he's going to comp me.
Lewis like, I got 20 cases
with your credit card, baby. With your credit card.
Lewis, you get those pre-orders in, we'll set up the payment plan, my man.
Hey, listen, man. People were paying $350 for Fleer Ultra Avengers, so. I wouldn't doubt these boxes getting to $500-600 a box. I can see that happening very easily. I hope not, but
get in on that first pre-order.
Yeah. Because I don't think this will be a bot. I don't think this isn't going to be a set where, people are going to get tired of ripping it right away. I kind of feel like Fleer Ultra Avengers had like a big rush, and then it just really got real quiet, right? Like. It feels like it didn't even happen.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think people had the way they had been releasing the sets out on EPAC, people had essentially not necessarily planned on it, but hoped that the set was going to get released within a few weeks on EPAC.
Yeah,
and it didn't happen. And now we're months. But
so
Vic makes a good point here. Sketch and Elusive's advice: out of 10 or out of 25 or less, inserts are important to secure. No need to rush going for anything else during the hype.
Yeah,
that's good
a good
advice.
point.
I mean, you could stretch that a little bit, depending if you're a character collector or something like that. But yeah, there's like for myself, there's not 50 people out there chasing Domino so hard that I couldn't go and get an out of 50 if I needed to.
Not 50.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't worry about that. I mean, the audience is crazy, right? Because the audience is getting bigger, which is interesting to see. And I feel like Lewis and I talked about this, but like the idea that this masterpiece is of who it can bring in, and I can't wait to get to the sales sheet with you guys, because I do think we're going to see something with the sales sheet that I have questions about myself that I don't know entirely about, but I don't think this set's going to be printed differently, but I think we're going to have tons of hard numbers on a lot of cards. But I think it's going to be printed differently in order to get a mass audience. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I hope so too. And this is one of those sets that we've talked about it on the roundtable before, because they've been doing retail for like everything. Like my mindset would be, don't do retail for this. But if you did do retail, completely change the card stock, make it thin card stock.
Yeah, non-numbered. Thin stock, non-numbered, get the images stock everywhere. I mean, when we did long time ago now, and it's probably on the podcast. I think Justin said it was on the podcast. But when I did that podcast with Ian, when I was there, and we were talking to Upper Deck, they were saying retail for everything. Retail for everything, like Target, Walmart. So looking at this sell sheet, I have a feeling that they're going to do retail, but I think they're going to do exactly what you said, True Blue. You know what I mean? Which I think is a great one.
I think that's a good way to expose people that can't afford the hobby boxes of this to the art.
And they should do that, man. There's no reason why. No,
that's how you bring more people in, right?
100%.
Yeah, because there's nothing wrong with having a hobby exclusive version of a product and then having a retail version of a product.
Agreed.
Because it doesn't diminish. It doesn't.
No, that shouldn't be bothered. Nobody should be bothered by having the pieces they own and cherish be enjoyed by many.
We'll get these guys' thoughts on that, because there's been some discussion about that too. I know Matt has some opinions on whether or not we're going to be getting a sketch guaranteed at all.
I'm just
they won't fly. Armando.
I hope, but I kind of feel like I kind of feel like they're getting away from guaranteeing sketches. Like, I hope not, man. You know what I'm saying? I really hope not. I think that's always been like a nice incentive when you open one of these modern masterpiece boxes. You're guaranteed a sketch. So
William's like, is there a Ghost Rider or a Cable? William, you need to hit me up with your address, man. I got a couple cards I got to see if you need as well. So Jim says $5.50 a box is his guess. Charles, he's trolling. Charles trolling. Maybe at some point in the next couple of years, I would imagine it could get up that high, or that initial resale. Possibly on eBay. I could see somebody FOMOing and pulling the trigger just because, accidentally hitting that buy button. Thanks, Vic. Appreciate you, man. Smash that like button no matter what channel you're on.
For sure.
Friends, stop pushing pre. All right, nobody pre-order nothing. Let's teach Upper Deck a lesson. On the set we've all been waiting years for, right? Armando says, going to pass on the metal spider. Wait, going to pass what Metal Spider-Man did in hype, going to bring back. Yeah, and there's people that aren't buying any other sets than this. So those people are going to come out of the woodworks now too and be part of those conversations, right?
Yeah.
MM is like that. Matt knows.
Yep, it gets crazy.
Mark says he just hopes it's going to be a box sketch, or at least every other box, not this one for case. Yeah, it's been tough, man. Like, even like annual, like I like doing annual because of the binders. But man, the past few years, I pulled like 3 or 4 each year with buying like 10 boxes, and I think I passed that now in hobby boxes, and I haven't hit a single sketch. So it's tough for sketches right now. But Matt, what's your advice for that? Don't chase the sketches in the cases, just buy them secondhand.
I mean, right? If you're getting the cases anyways, then obviously go for that. But if you only want sketches, no, don't buy. Especially don't buy physical boxes, because the prices are going to be through the roof. If you're looking for sketches, wait for ePack, because even if you don't get them, you've got trade bait to potentially leverage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mark. I think if they do a retail version, like where they change the cards up and make them non-serialized, they'll probably do some sort of retail specific hit.
Like and usually EPAC floods with like good hits. Like I feel like a lot of the green PMGs from Spider-Man Metal were in EPAC. Like a big percentage of them. Like it was hard to hit a green out of physical.
It did feel like turquoise and pinks were hit more often than the red PMGs even.
Yeah.
Out of the physical boxes. Vic says 250 a box is his guess.
That would be amazing.
Down the line, 450. If we can get it at 250
be up for that, bro.
Listen
Sign
to Victor.
Me up for that.
I vote Victor. I vote Victor as the person who prices.
Yeah.
I hope you're right, bro.
Already the pricing strategy over at Upper Deck. I'm loving that.
Upper Deck, 250 a box.
But I think initially it's going to be somewhere between here, 250 to 400. So probably in that 350 range.
Yeah, but there's a caveat to that, right? Yeah. It'll be 250 for exactly 2 boxes. Then it'll be sold out, and then the next day it'll be at 350 for 2 more boxes.
Mm-hmm. Then 450, and then
they'll gouge us on this one. This is
he sure does. He sure does. He's got those inside scoops. He's got Dan Dos Santos on tomorrow night. So make sure you check out Spidey's channel tomorrow night, guys, because we'll have the artist on. So that's going to be awesome.
What a beast.
Jeff says, glad he has multiple base of 18 and 20 mm on EPAC still, so we could trade for this new. There you go, man.
There you go. That's smart.
There you go. Yeah, that's really good.
Good job, Jeff. Fucking killer.
Yeah, I mean, it's like people ask me all the time, like through EPAC because they're newer to it, and they're like, what do I do with these digital ones that are redeemed? Nothing. You really can't do anything with them. Because you can't combine them again. Don't trade to get those. If they're already redeemed, just try to figure out the trade somewhere else.
Yeah.
But wait, what characters would you like to see that Domino? That's it. That's the end of the conversation. No, Fausto,
you're
I'm
talking
sure
like a character collection.
Do you know? I shouldn't ask that. Are you really, really hoping that Surfer's in this set now that he's back?
That's a good way to. Yeah, I appreciate that. I don't know. I have a suspicion. That he is. I wish I could say more, but I just know they're trying to bring them back. So my hope is that it does happen. I don't know if this is going to be the set. I do know that it's coming. I'm excited about it, but I think what I'm also really I get, it's funny, I don't collect full sets, but what I get really excited to see is every artist's rendition of all these different characters and how that lines up for people. So that's a huge thing I'm into, like seeing the Jubilee, seeing the Daredevil, right? Seeing the Domino, which I know we've talked about jokingly.
Seeing characters that we haven't seen every single set.
Miles versus Green Goblin, that battle, that is an insane looking card. Beautiful. I'm just excited to see all these.
I'm sure Matt is hoping there's a Danny in there.
I know 3 of my 4 PC characters are in the set because they showed it in the sell sheet. So I'm hoping Moon Knight. That's the only one I haven't seen. So I'm hoping Moon Knight's in there.
Lucky.
Ryan says, Surfer, please. And I want to get a really cool shout. Ryan has been amazing and is donating all kinds of stuff for giveaways for VentureCon. So thanks, Ryan. I appreciate you, man.
Awesome,
really
Ryan.
Dr. Doom, Rogue, and Psylocke. Hell yeah. That's 3 good ones right there.
Great picks.
Carver Rogue is smacking Gambit. It would make me very happy.
That's kind of iconic.
Like an opposite of the embrace. Like an opposite of the embrace cards. It's the lover's quarrel cards.
Yes, perfect. Done.
Oh man,
that's great.
Yeah,
plexiglass have the divide in the middle clear. I'd love that. That would be fantastic.
All right.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah, so let's take a look at the sale sheet here and start getting you guys through. So obviously we got
Nathan, before we show the sell sheet, how about we show the video Upper Deck posted of Dan? It's like 11 minutes long. You guys you think you want to watch that? What do y'all think?
I'm jonesing for the sell sheet.
All right, well, let's look at the sell sheet then. That's cool.
Yeah.
I don't know where the video's at, Lewis.
It's on YouTube.
Okay.
It's on YouTube.
That's cool. We can watch it after, bro. Y'all can just tell me, bro.
All
We
right.
don't want to watch the video. We want to see the cards. Okay.
I'm like jonesing. I'm jonesing to hear what you guys
I know
think.
you're geeking.
And
We
I'm
get
sure
fun.
everybody's
That's
like,
cool.
everybody's probably already
Plus,
seen this
to be
thing.
honest,
It's been posted like.
To be honest, I've seen the video like 4 times now today because I'm
That's
just like,
why, bro.
I'm just gonna watch
Okay.
it
All
one
right.
more
We'll
time.
watch it later. We'll watch it later.
I'm gonna
What's up,
decode it
man?
one
How you
more
doing?
time.
What's up, big dog?
Spidey.
All right, so Dan Dos Santos. I don't know this artist personally. I'm newer back into Marvel cards in the grand scheme of things. What sets has Dan worked on before?
Mostly Magic, I believe.
Just Magic.
I
So
think
they did
Magic
pull
and novel
outside.
covers.
yeah,
He's big in the
pull
novel
outside.
covers.
he's a
Has he
fantasy
done sketch
artist.
cards for Marvel before?
He has not done sketch cards. He's never been a sketch card artist from set. From what I know, I could be wrong. Matt would know way better. No. And then fantasy art, novels, graphic novels. Mercy is a very famous character he's worked on in the graphic novel sector. And then Magic the Gathering, he's very known in there as well. So like, it's crazy because I've always heard about this artist and I've always heard about these pieces that glow. For Magic the Gathering, just from friends and like posts and stuff like that. So it was crazy to see the one where the woman's sitting on the ground on her. She's on the ground on her knees and the sword's in there and there's flames coming up and it looks just like a glowing orange specter. It's coming to the surface. It's a beautiful piece.
Nice.
So I'm really excited, like seeing the Jubilee and seeing those lines and how vibrant they look. I don't know, man. The colors are going to be off the chain on this. I'm hoping. I can't wait to see the rest.
I think the vibrancy is the right word because I've seen at least 5 people who have said, "Oh, they're doing digital this year." It's like, no, actually, that's his colors with oils.
Which is
People are
insane.
mistaking it for digital because it's just so bright.
Yeah, some people are just good.
Yeah, some people just have that another level of.
Yeah.
I think that's a compliment. You know, people thinking it's digital. Like, well, the man's art's that painting's that crisp. It's like, yeah, tip your hat to him.
Very much so.
Tim says he's done some variants of the Fables comic runs. So
Ooh, that's cool.
Yep. Jose says very well regarded in the MTG community. Well, that's good. I mean, that might bring additional people into Marvel as well because you are bringing another aspect of maybe artist collectors.
Yeah.
And
That's what happened with Palumbo.
Yeah.
You know, it was really cool. Palumbo, I remember when I was talking to Palumbo before the release, like because he was asking about stuff and it was through UD or whatever. And I remember meeting a bunch of guys through MTG. That's how I met our boy. Oh my God, our Wolverine collector. Why am I blanking on his name?
Josh?
No.
Armando.
No, Sam. Bluth, the guy, the Wolverine guy.
F Booth cards.
No, that guy.
No,
that guy's
cool
crazy.
Cards.
No, I know I'm being the worst here.
See,
it's the guy who has the Wolverine from Palumbo.
Okay.
I'm trying to remember his name. But anyway, so I met tons of people from the MTG world just because of Palumbo's set and seeing them all crack the boxes.
Mm-hmm.
And it was so cool to see that influx of collectors from there. You go. Thank you.
Blumenthal. Chat has our back.
Jesus.
Thanks, Chat.
Yeah, dude, you rock, Chat. But yeah, I'm excited. It's always fun to see other collectors come into the hobby. And if this goes retail, it'd be crazy to see what people come up. And I'm sure Marvel's going to be contacting him after this to be doing like comic covers and stuff like that. Like, there's no way. These are stunning.
The problem is, and again, I don't want to be Mr. Cynical here, but let's be honest. Retail will be just like Spider-Man Metal. You'll get guys who camp it out and they'll flip it for 3 times the cost.
Mm-hmm.
No kid is going to get a pack of this if it goes to retail. It's just not.
I think we're going to have to do some giveaways.
Yeah,
in the
it's going to be crazy, bro.
We're going to figure some stuff out. I think we should do giveaways. I think people should commit to something. I think there should be
here in
some
Utah,
kind of
we hardly ever get retail, and when we do, it's like 3 or 4 boxes, and then it never hits the shelves again.
Same in Greensboro.
Hopefully, I'm hoping in Kansas, and William can help me out with this. We'll be able to kind of canvas the whole northern Kansas area, get all the Walmarts and Targets, and stockpile some stuff for the kids too. So,
Well, I mean, if we think about it, right, every state has about 5 Marvel card collectors, so we could have a monopoly on it. We all know each other, so we could arrange something.
Yep, everybody go in. Everybody save it. If you do
The
bulk
big
buy
movement.
from the retail stores, save a blaster for the kids to give
Save
away.
a blaster for the kids.
So, all right, sales sheet. Acclaimed illustrator Dan Dos Santos. Not a whole lot here on the first one. You know, they got all their mumbo jumbo introducing the artist there. He's got a nice Spider-Man here in the back with Captain America as well. First up, we see the Cosmics.
I think you went to the other post.
Did it?
Yeah.
I hit the back. I hit the backwards thing.
So yeah, it's the stupid arrow inside the square.
Oh yeah, I hit this one. It did.
No,
yeah.
you can't see that. Yeah.
Good looking out, man. See, this is why we bring you on.
This is why you're here.
Technical support.
All right, so we're getting our first look here. So we got base card. We have gold sig. We have, is that purple?
Purple.
All right, you guys will have to help me on the color purple. Orange.
Either orange or
red.
Is that orange or red?
Orange or red. I can't really
looks,
tell.
That's red. I think that's red. I think.
Then we have base.
Yeah, so maybe another base card.
Yeah, so basically it goes.
No, this has got like this is
orange
here.
Yeah, so the Jubilee's the orange.
Here. Yeah, gold sig, purple.
So we got a new color in the red.
Mm-hmm.
Which is the green. The red might be the 1-of-1, and then the green on the Mysterio.
Yeah.
If the green's on there. Yeah,
these are so the red and the green are two new colors then.
Yes.
Well, the red would not be new. The red is the 1-of-1 red spectrum.
Oh, okay.
You're right.
Because this will be the first masterpiece set that I'm going to be live for. So,
could the green be a retail conspiracy?
It could be. I mean, it could.
That's a good idea. That's a good idea.
A retail only exclusive.
That's smart. I didn't think about that. That's a good idea.
Sucker number to like 500.
I collect that. That'd be a good set to collect. That'd be nice. Well, even high.
I don't have tin foil, but I'm going to use bubble wrap.
By the way, so everybody knows, and I'm sure True Blue already said this. Now I got to find my bubble wrap, which is right there.
Everybody get your bubble wrap hats on.
Every time you have an idea, you have to click it.
There you go.
You have to snap one.
Ja Ruler says in his area he always gets retail. That's awesome.
Okay, well you're the one of the hookups. You're one of the few.
Exactly. You're the guy everybody's going to be hitting up.
Screenshot that name, guys.
Exactly.
I'll pay you shipping. Send it over.
Put his Instagram in the chat. Let's get him going.
No doubt.
So I will say this. I did want to say this. It's funny. We've seen the sketch cards for this like for years now running around, from artists, APs,
the blanks
whatever.
And stuff.
Exactly. We've seen the blanks. And I looked at the line design, which is very minimalistic, which is, very indicative of Marvel masterpieces. And I saw them on the sketch card. I was like, these are freaking hideous. They're everywhere. I did not like them whatsoever. But I have to say, seeing with them with the art now, they're not very uniform, which I still dislike that they're not uniform because it seems odd. But I will say they look really nice in this cell sheet, which we haven't seen any cards, but they do actually look very nice, which I'm surprised.
Not uniform in what way? As far as like
for instance, if you look at the right and left line, the right line you have that huge.
As far as not being the same. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's very thick on that side, and on the other side it's very thin and very hard to read. So
the right side's kind of like it looks kind of like paintbrushes. Like if you just ran the paintbrush and moved it, you get that different. It's line there. Okay.
It's very strange. The thickness of line on either side is not symmetrical, so it bothers my eye a little bit. But because all the ones previously, like 2018 and 16, are very symmetrical, very much framed, a frame kind of line system, which I like more. But seeing these on card, I have to say they look a lot better than I was. That was a huge worry of mine.
And this is like when you first look at it, it does pull your eye over to the right hand side of the card.
Yeah, just a little bit. It weighs it down a bit.
Yeah.
I mean, hopefully they've got a good template at the grading companies too, because you're right. Your first instinct could be, "Oh, that's off center."
Mm-hmm. They're gonna have to really understand how much space is there.
More color.
Wow. I don't think anyone's excited about the amount of parallels that are going to be printed.
I'm sure. And then the inserts are going to have their parallels too, most likely. And let's see, line design looks nice with Dance Auto.
That's true.
So if we're looking at Black Panther one,
100%, Tim. 100%. And the signature looks good, by the way.
Doom likes the different sizes. Yeah, so it's one of those things that's, what do you like? It looks good to you. Yeah.
Doom, very subjective. I'm very
centering is going to have to pretty much be, if you're trying to measure that out yourself, use the nameplate and the set name on the card. That's going to be your centering. Now your top to bottom, that's good luck.
And just one thing here for people to look at, it's hard to see in the small one, but one thing I noticed when fawning over these, if you look at the Luke Cage, you can see people in the shop behind him.
Yeah, in the shop behind it, you can see there's face here. There's like a jukebox or something over here.
So sick.
The depth on that is wild.
The Spider-Man and Mysterio's amazing. The zombies from MODOK.
Yeah, the Mysterio is really cool because you have another smaller character. I think you have Spider-Man down here.
Yeah. I think it's Spider-Man.
When I saw that, I thought of the Unbound Demon Bear with the little Danny.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. That's a good point there.
Yeah,
I love this little touch on the Jubilee with the finger swipe. She's all like, "No, you didn't."
I just love the glow. I love the glow. I'm a huge fan of Jubilee too. Huge fan. She's one of my favorite X-Men. Just to see that is just so cool.
So the base nostalgic we're guessing is the Spider-Man in the bottom middle. So with the white on it.
If it follows the same trends as the previous MMs, 100% that will be the base.
Yeah,
and it will be silver.
And it may be silver because it's just.
It will be silver. It will be silver, and then the signature, the SSA, the Silver Spectrum signature cards, they will be silver, but they'll have a rainbow tinge on them. That's how you know the difference.
What? No way.
Just canceled. That's
so much shade.
That would be funny if that's the case. If that's the case, that'd be hilarious.
Series was actually solid. It wasn't that bad.
No, Luke Cage was first season of Luke Cage was awesome.
The guy who played Shades was just, oh my god, so good.
Yeah. It's a shame.
All right, so there's our color parallels for our base. All right, so the canvas galleries again, color parallels.
Looks so good, man. All the different colors looks awesome.
How many did we have in the past? We had the regular, the gold, and red.
I think so. I think the green and pink are new. I'm pretty sure. And again, I mean, the pinks are crazy. That's a very vibrant color.
A good color.
That's a good color. Like I'm interested to see what that looks like color wise. The green looks good too. I have to say, like, I like the choices. The gold is going to be really nice, but yeah, I don't know. This looks pretty good, and it looks like, at least from here, from the characters they're showing us, it's going to have some uniformity, like some kind of like that's going to be profiles from the characters for all the canvas. That's not always the case.
So are we looking at this being like the middle card being like the base version of this insert with all the other ones being the serial numbered parallels to it?
Yeah.
And one of the colors may be SP or SSP and not be numbered and be like a case hit. So that's
could be crazy
because they've done that in the past, like with the amethyst and stuff like that. It's short print, even more so than like the golds, based on how the numbers are working out.
Search for green and gold.
I think we got somebody sliding through, right, Nathan?
Valor's coming in.
It's interesting. They say only 2 are numbered. They specifically say the green and the gold are numbered.
That's interesting.
So you'd be looking at these 2 up here as numbers. So these would be short print variations of that.
That would be interesting. So sometimes on these cell sheets, they don't. It's not what they. You know what I mean? They don't understand.
Yeah.
Like they mess stuff up or whatever the hell may be. I would hope not, but But sometimes they mess this stuff up, and it's not exactly
Or they
Yeah,
weren't
wait for
given,
that checklist.
the name of the color parallel. Like we could say this is pink and we can say this is red, but they may be calling it something different.
Completely, yeah.
And they weren't
What's
given
up,
that.
big dog? The homie
What's up,
Vic
guys?
building.
Hey, buddy.
Yeah.
Vic, I'm not sure if they're going to have buybacks or not.
And we got somebody else coming through. Who else is coming? Oh, the home.
Yeah,
Get the
Vic.
homie in.
I don't know what
Yeah.
buybacks they would do,
Yo,
Vic. Yo!
Yo.
Oh
What's
shit,
going on?
Melfi! What's up, man?
What up,
How's
Will?
it going?
How you doing, man?
Hey!
Getting
What's
thick
up?
now, boys. Getting thick in here.
Yeah. Everybody had to finish up dinner, man.
See, Doom
was-
Doom killed it. That's right, Doom.
So
That's
the
a good one.
canvas borders remind him of Rittenhouse. Yeah, they
I
kind
like
of remind
that.
me a little bit like the Dangerous Diva sets.
Yes. Just not
Yeah.
as like
Yeah.
not so thick, but definitely, yeah, I
Mhm.
agree with you 100%.
Like this is if they went back and did Dangerous Divas again, this is like what I would picture them doing like the borders as. So that way there was still a decent border there, but not so obtrusive that it's like this itty bitty tiny image there.
There's a Marvel set coming out that's focused on women only. But I mean, I won't say anything else. I've heard that could be a rumor. Who knows?
You already
But I'm sure you guys already know.
way to go.
This is ruined.
Ruined. None of it.
What if they did buybacks from the 94? You know,
Well, that's
That'd
what
be
I was
cool.
going to say. They should, because, in 2020, was it 2020? You had the 92 buybacks of Jusco.
mhm.
16.
Was it 16 that had the buybacks of it?
MS16 had the 92 buybacks, and then he skipped it for 18 and 20, and then we'll replace the buybacks in 18 and 20 with a metallurgy. So yeah, if they don't show if they're, I think they did that because it was a tribute to Jusco.
Right.
Yeah, it could be.
They would. I want to see buybacks of all masterpieces. You guys know how I feel about buybacks. I'm with you 100%, but I don't know. I think they should do that.
So anyway, moving on from the buyback conversation.
So that's
Hold
my
on,
fault.
bro. We gotta seize this, bro. Buy back the Winter Soldier and the Turtle Claws out and sold.
Oh,
That boy Liddy tonight.
Shade.
all right, so we got preliminary arts are returning, and then we have some variants, or the preliminary art variants returns. So that's cool.
Very.
Squirrel Girl. I know there's going to be a lot of people excited about that one. That Hella looks pretty nice too.
Well, that's Deathbird.
I thought that was Hella.
No, that's Deathbird.
See,
Definitely.
this is why you guys are here, because I don't know some of these.
The Craven's great too. I love the
Craven's
webbing.
Yeah, dude.
That's
Yeah,
below
yeah.
the Craven. That looks dope.
Daniel, who's Deathbird? Give us our education.
So Deathbird is a character that showed up from Miss Marvel. She's originally a Miss Marvel villain, and then carried over into like the whole galactic storyline with X-Men, like involving the Shi'ar Empire and everything. So she's kind of like a counterpart to Alondra in a lot of ways. So you would have like Alondra as a representative of what's good versus Deathbird is exactly like that namesake. And then in the 90s, she got more mechanical. Traditionally, she's almost like a harpy type, where she has a lot of feathers and everything like that, very bird-esque, versus like in the 90s, they got rid of a lot of that, and she just became like a mechanical evil. Like there's some gangster-ass cards for Deathbird out there.
Nice.
Amazing cards. 100%.
And we do have the metallurgy. So those are going to be printed on the the Planet Metal stock basically here and numbered to 25.
That Ultron's nasty, bro.
So the way I'm reading that is that all the metallurgies will be numbered to 25.
Yes. So what they're saying is that metallurgies, even in 2020, were hand numbered. Is that right, guys?
Yeah,
Yes.
they would be like hand drawn serial number.
Yeah. So now we're going to get it printed on the aluminum. So
Which I like better. I think it looks cleaner, bro.
It makes more sense too.
It looks clean because I've seen some of those metal from the previous sets, and whoever wrote the numbers are all sloppy, and they're like, it just doesn't look nice. Look,
So this is probably going to be a case hit card, would be my guess. Like both of these would probably be case hit cards.
I wonder. I wonder. I think
Well,
they look cool.
don't you get a prelim per box though? A preliminary card per box on the previous sets? Yeah.
I think you're right. I don't know. Like I
Yeah,
know.
I think you did because watching like Ian's.
Yeah.
whatnot games,
Every newer masterpiece box I've opened, I've always got at least one prelim and one canvas.
That's one of my favorite inserts. Actually, is a preliminary art variant. I love that insert.
I believe the metal ones, those will definitely look to be like case hits. About a 25, yeah.
They're nice looking too.
Every card gets a metallurgy, or is it only a subset? That's what we know.
I think it's all base.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I'm wrong on this stuff, tell me, guys. But I think it's all base.
That's how it's been on the previous set.
I don't think we know.
Yeah.
I think it's just still because Beckett has placeholder checklist out there, but they don't have any information on the actual checklist itself.
That'd be interesting.
The only thing really you have to go by is the cell sheet, where you can look at the new variants that are being introduced, as well as the history of the past sets, where typically you would have your 1 through 90 base set, and then the variants, their Battle Spectre gems, your canvases, if there's holofoils, so on and so forth, to make up the difference.
Yeah.
So the Beckett website, if you search for the checklist and go to the masterpieces checklist, says that he did 135 original arts for this set. So that's going to be, probably your 90, and then you're going to have some variation arts for different inserts and stuff like that.
Right, like the preserved amber, that's new for masterpieces, right?
Yeah, very new, which is crazy because they were originally in Fleer Ultra Spider-Man 2017. Yeah, and it's a shame I'm not a fan of that logo whatsoever, but they are Pexi translucent from there, right, Daniel? Like I think that's.
It's like the clear, the crystal clears from.
Yeah, and they're thicker.
Marble gems.
That's perfect. That's a good one too. Perfect. That's exactly what they feel like. And these look like they're colored, like it's clear, red, and orange, and they're serial numbered. So Pexi, yeah, there you go. Substrate.
Oh, the serial number 2. I didn't know that. I thought the color determined the rarity, like in the previous.
So these are going to be like the.
That's going to be fire.
I have to agree with Jose. It is hands down the best Professor X card of all time.
He's not doing this.
Right.
And you got the mirages at the top, right? Those are those lenticular cards.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
To me, maybe it's just me, but the scans for the mirages, they just look weird. They look like almost like a thicker canvas.
They look exactly like canvas texture. I thought so too. It was so bizarre because I was like, it says Mirage, and I am happy they put 3-way flip. It used to be 4 back in the day, and it doesn't look very clean. 3 images makes it look a lot cleaner, like the differences, but it 100% has that like canvas looking texture on it, which I hate.
That might just be the photo, though, because again, you have to try and angle it.
My guess is probably the
You're right, Matt.
Scan itself, right?
It's the scan. No, you guys are 100% right. I don't think the lenticulars will look like that. They'll have the ridges, but they won't have that canvas. In the scan, it looks like it for sure.
That's a good point.
We got the battle spectrums and the holofoils. The holofoils. I don't know.
Now here's something I got to say. When I posted those after the McFarlane event, when I posted the PMGs signed and encapsulated with CGC, the majority of the people showed love and everybody was real supportive and real positive about it. There was some dudes that weren't. Some people felt their certain kind of way, and I respect that. Everybody's got their opinion. But what a game changer, as you guys can see with that green Battle Spectre that's signed. We're going to be able to pull a pack-pulled gem card, like a gem-style card, that's going to have an on-card signature. How sick is that going to be?
So are they going to be signed? Or are they
you can see it on the cell sheet right there.
The green one will be signed and most likely out of 10.
Yeah. That's crazy, man.
I just wasn't sure if that was a facsimile auto or not.
It could be. Maybe I'm wrong. It could be, but I would imagine. I would not imagine they would mix those two textures together because it wouldn't look good on the, you know what I mean? Like how would it's such a skinny signature. I would hope it's physically signed, not like gold foil.
That feels like a physical signature.
Yeah, I'm hoping. I'm sure you're right.
Because what would be the point of doing that if you've got the gold signatures, already?
That Spider-Man and Venom is so sick.
Yes. The new colors. That's so pumped.
So we have like the thumbnail that's being used tonight. That was just a quick thing that got thrown together. But then later on in the day, I went back and made a new thumbnail using the Thor holofoil that's pictured here. The more I look at the card, the more I love it.
It's awesome.
Just because it's a different take on Thor where he's just kind of like chilled. It's not a very action pose, but it's dynamic in its own sense because it's unique.
And with that hammer right next to him, dog, it looks good, bro.
Right. I think what's even crazier is that so many of the pieces we're seeing on this cell sheet are all narrative. Like you have the 3 young boys staring at the Cap poster, right? The propaganda posters, right?
Yeah.
You have Thor sitting in front of Asgard. You have Wasp coming out of looks like a computer fan in the backdrop. You know what I mean? Like, it's just a lot of story.
Even more so, like me and Lewis were talking about this before the stream, and maybe you guys have already covered it, but the Mysterio card. If you look at the Mysterio base set, like in the background, it creates its own dynamic story where you have, a masked villain with a knife, and then it carries over to another scene where there's like a knife in the sewer. I would assume that in some way it could have been bloody, but they had to cover it up to keep it kid friendly in a sense. But just all of that story is packed into one single base card, which is just unreal,
Very unreal.
And the narrative that's involved with these is something that's kind of like unprecedented in a lot of ways.
It's very cool.
So,
very cool.
OBD, you're talking about the bottom left one here in the Battle Spectrum Gems. He says, does it look like the Battle Spectrum Gems has a PMG parallel variation? I think it's just the color background change.
So Battle Spectre
it looks
Gems.
like we have new colors. Looks like we have, because for the Battle Spectre's previous set, you only get the base and the turquoise out of 99. That's it, right?
Yeah.
We have new colors.
Yeah.
One of these might be a 1 of 1.
That gold one.
Yeah. And I think what's going to be even crazier to remember is that ever since 16, Battle Spectre Gems have been more and more treated like the PMGs, right?
Right.
And in some way, when you look at Battle Spectre Gems, they actually resemble PMGs more than maybe what Metal X-Men did, with that printing, which still looks really nice, but it's a little further off than what the true PMGs looked like in 2013 and 2015. So these are very much heartening back to that kind of mixture of things, So it's interesting to see the color variants happen and see it's very interesting insight into what they're going to be doing for the future.
Well, also think about what it's going to feel like to pull that hit.
Oh my God, dude!
Say you pull let's just use an example that a different color is a lower tier number, say out of 49, 25, what have you, just as an example. What that's going to feel like in the experience it's going to create for fans and the customers, it's going to be unreal because now it has a even more premium feel to masterpieces.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah. Just be happy they didn't use purple again.
I love the red, man. The red just pops out tremendously, man. It's just the red's a good color.
Oh, no doubt. And then you get to have fun with it too, because now it's color matches like that. Using red as the background as the example for Venom and Spider-Man, perfect. Already color matched.
Yeah, Hela and Thor definitely killed that.
Character collectors are going to have a field day with this set because there's so many, like you said, with the color match and so many different parallels.
Right.
A lot of these colors are going to match well with a lot of the characters.
Even going back to what was it? Not the canvas. It was the screen right behind it, like the canvas gallery, gold gallery. That's where my mind's going to. But Black Widow. Where you had Black Widow with the red. Yeah, that right there. So how that color matches that character. And then you carry it across the board for everybody else. Like Thor would look good in gold, Professor X, so forth and so on. So then you get to have more dynamics with it too.
I love that. Good. Yeah, it's killer. Good idea.
It'd be interesting to see how these holofoils, like the Thor variant and the Wasp variant here that are shown, it'd be interesting to see how these look in hand. Because obviously, anytime you have that reflective foiling like they use here with these, it's so hard. They never look like the images.
Definitely a
It'll be
digital
interesting to
mock-up
see what
for
they come
sure.
up. Yeah.
I'm happy that they kept it the same though, with the speckle and the kaleidoscope just being the only two.
I love that. I'm glad that's not.
I hope
gonna
that
have,
they
like,
just keep that forever.
Same. I don't want to see like tons of those. My heart would
No.
break.
Yeah,
but I'm happy to see. I have to say I do really like the line work for the framing.
Yeah, they did a good job.
Yeah.
Okay.
The designs are all really nice.
I agree.
Lewis has dibs on the Spidey and Venom. 15 of those in his future.
You ain't lying, baby. You know me well. You know me well.
The hunt begins.
Yeah. Maybe if you're first to sell.
Yeah.
And that's a story as old as age itself or time itself, because the boxes really never are, unless you like get like a super killer deal or hit a big hit, you really don't get the quote unquote value if you sold everything back out of it. But you got to remember the experience adds value to it, then what you're doing with the set too.
Just think about how you're going to collect it. Like if you really only go for one character or whatever, you're only going to grab certain cards. I think the biggest problem, I think people get upset when they buy boxes when FOMO kicks in, and they buy boxes because everyone else has boxes and they want to open stuff. You know, when you get into that gambling mentality, when you start doing it like that, you're never going to win, because what you're hoping to pick up is like a 5% chance of you hitting that thing. You know what I mean? To fulfill every dream and desire. I just don't think that's healthy. These cards, this set will follow the other trends. What eventually will happen down the line, depending on how the cards are printed, what they look like, the rest of the set, all that kind of good stuff, is how they perform long term. I think the art's spectacular, so I can see people collecting this set for a while, but I don't know, it's interesting.
I mean, and it's a different product too, but if you go back, look at week 1 of Spider-Man Metal, right? So at that point in time, you had boxes that were retailing for the same, like at a minimum $550, some example is $600. Go watch some streams of people opening boxes and, you know, look at where prices are at now. Did they get $500 or $600 out of those boxes? Hell no. Like, a lot of people ate dirt, and there's been a lot of people like get out of it because of that reason. But when it comes to opening a new product, that's just a lot of it too. Like, a thing you got to consider, like Norman was just saying, was you got to think of the fun factor that comes into it. Like, you're having that experience, and sometimes you're paying for that experience.
Yeah, that's part of why we do the box openings with you guys and with chat, is because it's fun experience and it adds to that value that you get from the box itself.
Dude, live vicariously through other people opening boxes. I do it all the I do it with you guys. I do it with Titan. I do it with whoever, Spidey, whoever else is opening a box. I'm just like, this is my box. I can turn up the rapper hit, and I can listen real closely to the rapper. People, I was like, oh yeah, that feels right, and just live vicariously that way.
Right. I think the best advice we can give here, guys, is have a plan. Figure out what you want from the set. Figure out what characters you're after. Figure out what subset or, you know, insert that you want to collect, and just have a plan and be ready. You know what I mean? I think that's the best thing. And be patient. You know, maybe low numbered stuff. Maybe you gotta strike whenever you can when you come across like real low, rare, scarce, you know, numbered stuff. But the majority of the stuff's gonna be there. Just have a plan, man, and just be ready for that. You know, don't overshoot it. You know what I mean? Rip responsibly. That's it.
And you know, if your goal is to have a base set, like say the base set is 1 through 90, and that's your sole goal, is you just want to have a base set, don't be afraid of Frankenstein it either. You don't have to build a solid base set, because that's going to get costly in one way or another. You can mix and match. So say if you open up a box, just keep the numbers of the set and stack it that way until you get to 90. Don't pay attention to parallels or anything like that, if your OCD will allow it. 'Cause there are some people that your OCD will not allow that. But if you can live with it and your goal is just to build a base set, don't be afraid to mix and match.
Also, too, the reason you want to do that, which I think is a beautiful point, Daniel, but the reason you want to do that is because also you can replace as you go.
Right.
So many people do that,
Exactly,
right?
yeah.
You might find a base set. You were trying to build a base set, but you have an orange of X character, and someone needs an orange. You're like, well, I'll give you an orange for 3 base cards, and boom, you just go down the line. You know what I mean? I would not be quick to, if you're building a base set, especially for Masterpiece, because Masterpiece is very hard to build base sets. A lot of people get stuck with purple tier 4s, which is not an issue. It's actually better that way. It's a full 9-page. They're all purple. It looks uniform. It's not going to kill you. But a lot of people give up things because people forget that eventually people are trying to complete sets, and they're going to need certain colors.
Captain Crockpot brings up a good question to touch on what you had just said there, Norm. How do you create a plan when new sets come out? And to elaborate on that too for him, as far as what I would ask if I was asking that question is like, because the pre-orders are going to come out before the checklist itself comes out, how do you plan that out?
Who wants to go first? I'll go whenever you guys want me to go.
Yeah, do your thing, dog.
Yeah, go right ahead.
So yeah, don't let me talk for too long. But like for me, please, because I'll talk forever. I've been around. I was here before MM16 came out and watched how that set operated. The best thing to do is this. What you're seeing now on the sell sheet, the only thing that won't change is the art. That's what you should be taking in. Not what parallels here, how many of this card. Mm-hmm. All the stuff we're doing is just fun. Tinfoil will bubble wrap foil heads. Like, you just want to take in the art. If this is your art and it's very colorful, very detailed, very story driven, which makes it very, very good in my opinion. If that's your bag, you're going to enjoy the set because you're not going to have cards strain from the art because it's all one artist. Fleer Ultra Avengers, that's different because you have multiple artists, so that gets a little trickier. So I would really just sit back and be like, am I going to enjoy this artwork? And if that's a yes, a case is not going to be an issue for you. You know what I mean? I just don't think it will be. But if you're a character collector, wait for the rare stuff.
Wait for E-Pack.
Wait for E-Pack because if you have
Tim brings up a good point here.
Yeah.
If you want to build a base set, wait till E-Pack and just trade for a redeemed set. That's going to be
100%.
Because once those cards are redeemed, that intrinsic value that's built there in that you can use them to get achievements goes away.
100%.
Yep.
Yeah, if you're collecting one or two, if you're like, all I care about is one or two characters, just wait, man. Just be patient and then just pick up the cards you want. And then, at the end of the day, if the first drop pre-order prices is like a no-brainer price, like $200, pick up a couple boxes. You know what I mean? You may be able to, move off of them, getting closer to release, and with that money, you can put that into what you're looking for. There's so many different ways to look at it, man.
Swami brings up a good point here too. And I'm going to paraphrase a lot of what he's saying here and what I'm reading into this. So Swami, correct me if I'm wrong. New sets come out, old sets get forgotten. Not forgotten, but really they do. A lot of people focus solely on that new thing that's out there. And with Masterpiece being that big thing, it may be a great time for you to pick up some of these Spider-Man X-Men.
It's the time. It's the time. Now's the time to pick up anything. Look, I was talking to Lewis about this earlier.
Chat's on Josh's channel.
Yeah, I'm just telling you right now, I've been watching eBay like a hawk, and I'm telling you, man, I am just watching what people want to sell to make money for this set, and I'm just looking for surfers because that's the way to do it. Because right now, now's the time to offload to build up cash, and you're just going to watch a lot of cards come to market too early, and now's the time to for us bottom feeders to enjoy life.
Yeah, and Swami's another good point here. Sometimes it's too early to, set your goals on a set. Sometimes you have to open some stuff or watch some stuff being open to figure out what it is that you actually want to go after. So,
Purple Man.
For sure.
And on buying, just since the announcement, I've seen at least 2 posts in MCCW, sale posts saying selling to make room for MM. So
yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I know Genji put a video out there too, and he's like, I'm selling stuff because I'm going after this storm, and
that is his storm.
For sure.
Hold on. Put this comment up because it's perfect. Look at Unbound. Each week, the prices keep dropping each week after their release. It's the same thing.
And we say that every week to you guys. If you missed out, just wait till next week and wait till the next week. I mean, literally, for those that are chasing like the auto combinations, you could wait till like week 40, week 46 and go back and buy all the year's autographs from somebody. And it'll cost you so much less money than what it would cost you to open up packs, to buy them that week, you know, for that instant gratification of having it. You could just wait and it will cost you so much less money.
Yeah.
Captain Crockpot says, if you're focused on one character, what would your plan be? Wait till stuff starts hitting. Wait till E-Pack comes out. If you can get a nice price or work out a trade with somebody, do that. Sorry, I can't read this one.
I was trying, but
translate.
Hold on, put it back up, Melfi. This is a question for you.
I translated it. It says, I hope there are as many people in Korea who love Marvel cards as there are in the United States.
There we
100%.
Go. That's what
I wish we had a translator feature on here, but if you go to Google and you put translate on there, we really want to hear your question. We're so sorry. We can't do that.
I wish it would show me what sorry. Oh, that's pull that down. That way that one's up there. I was
so many good cards.
What chat that was in, so that way we could.
Yeah, once E-Pack hits, guys, you're going to get a lot of stuff at a very good price, man. And you may even have some stuff chilling in your E-Pack from previous sets that you could trade into that. So, yeah, if you're chasing one character, just be patient, wait for E-Pack to drop. Let people start cracking, spend a couple weeks cracking, and stuff's going to surface.
For sure.
Without a doubt.
Yeah, because you're gonna have people that, you know, they buy it to open it up, and then what they do is they get rid of it as quick as possible. So you see that with every set that comes out. You see that race to wherever the market bottom is with specific cards. So just be patient with it if you're going to character collect.
So William says, telling you right now, I'm going to go hard on my 2 characters, and I'm not going to rip boxes. Well, then you've got your plan.
There you go.
That's
you
the way
ready?
to do it.
Yeah, you've already got to figure it out.
Seriously, man. Congrats.
The one thing about ripping boxes is that chance to hit that monster. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's that gambling aspect where it's the chance. You know what I mean?
On that same exact note, when you pulled your AF-15 comic cut from Spider-Man Metal, what feeling was that like? Like when you got
none other than listen, dude, I pulled some humongous like big boy vintage Pokemon cards,
right?
Like big cards, but that and just the night, everybody live, the amount of people watching, everybody just having a good time, unexpected at all, but that's the feeling that people are trying to get. That's the experience people are looking for when they're ripping boxes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Right.
And it happens. It's hard as shit, and it's it's rare. And most of the time, you're not going to get that lucky. You're gonna, that's why you just gotta be ready and just be prepared and just rip responsibly, man. If you can't afford to go crazy, don't go crazy. Be smart with it.
And Matt, you did translate that, right? Because I just translated it too, and it came out to the exact same thing you said. Yeah. And this comment here, as Matt said earlier, says, I hope there are as many people in Korea who love Marvel cards as there are in the United States.
I'm so glad
thanks, Matt, for that.
That's awesome, bro.
We love you, man.
That was on
it.
That was on it.
Thank you, Matt.
I thought he was just guessing.
I was like, damn, Matt. I'm excited. I wish we had, I don't know, in the MCCW, I don't know if we have tons of overseas collectors. Like I know people in New Zealand, Australia, Germany, but I wish there was a way where, I mean, there is a universal translator on Facebook. I don't know. I think the best part of the hobby for me is to be finding people from all around the world. Such a cool thing, you know?
Dude, some of my biggest trade partners for Spider-Man Metal was 3 dudes. They're from China.
That's awesome.
Big, they're like big basketball card collectors. And they went hard on Spider-Man Metal, and I traded with them. So they helped me out so much, man. And they're, It's cool, man. It's cool. It's cool.
That
That's
is cool.
the vibe is nice, man. When you're able to trade with people, that's why I love EPAC. You trade with people from different countries.
Best.
You got the YouTube. You go live with the homies, Rick, Pat. Everybody can watch. Everybody can tune in, and it's the vibe, man. The vibe's good.
Bobby Den has comment here. It goes over a couple messages. So, but since it's MM, do you think it's going to follow the same trend as previous sets that you guys are mentioning? Sounds more like collectors are interested in this set, and seems like the set collecting is more important with MM.
Okay, so I want to say something, if that's okay, just so people know. Mm-hmm. And I know people are going to be mad at me for saying this, but who gives a shit? So I've been around for a few sets now. I haven't been here as long as many other people. There's a lot of other people who've been here for 20 years who are just better collectors than me all around. But every set, especially when you get to serial number sets, there's always going to be 4 to 6 or 7 or 8 people who are going to try to control the market on that set. That's what happened with 2013, which why certain cards were hard to find. That's what happens with 2012 Marvel Premiere. That's why you can't find certain shadow boxes. That's what happens with Marvel Gems. Exquisites are really tough. Shane went through this. He knows what happened there and why those became kind of difficult to get at one point. MM is no different. There are maybe 8-7 people who collect MM16 who purposely have put a lot of money behind it to hold them. Now, whether their intention to sell, to build up, to pump, whatever, I don't have any of that information, and I don't think that's entirely true. I know some of them are just really big core collectors, and that's what happens with a lot of these sets. People become core collectors, like, you know what? I need all the purples. I need all the oranges. I need a full SSA set. I need a full What If auto set. I need all the canvases, and they just go to town, and there's money, and they go for it. For instance, Flare Ultra X-Men disappeared because of one guy. Okay, so MM does have a following. MM is traditionally our white whale. It is the set for Marvel. That is true. But I would not get caught up in that when collecting this set, only because you're going to drive yourself crazy. So I would just, and I know you guys know how to collect your grown men, grown women. You know, there's no reason for me to tell you how to do this stuff. But I'm just telling you, like, in case you're reading stuff on Facebook and people hunting for stuff, don't get so disheartened. Things pop up. You know what I mean? I Matt's been in the game a long time too. I'm interested to hear what Matt has to say about this as well, because he's hunted for things for far longer than I have and knows the game very well.
I mean, you sort of nailed it. I mean, I think with all things, it's going to come down to moderation, right? I mean, a good sneak preview for MentalCon this weekend. Mm-hmm. You know, figure out your plan, and it's just released. Wait for the checklist. Wait for more information, right? You don't have to decide what you're going to do today, and come up with something that works for you. We're all going to do it differently. There is definitely the chance that a lot of money could get poured into this and some things could get locked out. So have that flexibility that you've got a plan B as well, right? There are always going to be cards that you just can't get. And you have to build that flexibility into your plan. Otherwise, you're going to be horribly disappointed. So I think this could be a fun set for a lot of people, as long as you don't buy into the FOMO, right? There's nothing more painful than seeing those posts where someone says, I overspent, I'm in debt, I got to sell to get out, right? And we've seen them. I've sort of went in a different direction with that, but, collect responsibly. There you go.
There you go.
So have you guys also touched on the topic of physical product versus what EPAC is going to do? Because typically with how the hobby's carried forward, especially with Upper Deck and EPAC, 75% of it is now reserved for EPAC, with 25% of it being physical. Are those numbers still relatively accurate, or has it changed in any capacity?
We have no proof, but that has always been. We have no proof of that. We only know that because of certain ways sets were numbered, and there was a really good Marvel collectors are calling me because of the set. They're like, but we've never known the number. That is the guess. And if you're looking at it just from a logical standpoint, there's no reason Upper Deck doesn't want to have as much money coming direct to them than anyone else. I think you have to remember that. So I'm assuming that's what's going to happen this time around too.
Right.
Then we have to remember too with. Oh, sorry, Daniel. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, and that was an easy trap to fall into for a while until Spider-Man Metal was, I'm just going to wait till EPAC and not worry about physical, because physical tends to catch an influx of pricing, of gouging, like however you want to phrase it. So it was very easy to say, well, I'll just wait on EPAC. That way I can handle my business that way. And then it shifted to where it was like, okay, well, we'll match market price. And that changed a lot of things. So it's another thing to be considerate, because it's really easy to still sit here and say, well, I'll just wait for EPAC because of the convenience of it's all digital. I can trade. There's achievements you can chase. So it's another thing to be definitely cautious of before diving in.
And you said something so smart. So smart, Valor. I am worried that packs that are opened MM on EPAC might have like 2 physical cards and 3 digital cards, and yet the price will be high on EPAC.
What would they do digital in this set though on EPAC? Because we know that in the past sets, the base cards have all been serial numbered.
Well, yeah. So what they would probably do is they would say, okay, we're going to have 2 physical, 3 digital, and then collecting 20 or whatever of each digital will give you a physical parallel that's exclusive to EPAC. Does that make sense?
Okay, so adding another aspect to the set,
but taking out a physical card. So like if a physical pack of, and remember, MM has only 3 cards per pack from the past sets. We don't know if that's going to happen here, so keep that in mind. So we might just get like 2 physical cards and then 3 digital, or 2 physical cards and 1 digital. So like Valor's basically saying, yes, it's okay to say I'll wait for EPAC, but it might also not be a terrible idea to make sure you grab at least a box. I don't know.
Jobber probably won't have any clue on their quality control until we actually start seeing cards in the wild and people opening the boxes. Hopefully. I mean, to me, I think it's probably going to be similar to what Fleer Ultra had. It's that thicker stock, right? It's that 80 point.
Yeah, it's going to be thicker stock.
So,
and I think those were nice. You guys opened way more
Avengers. They were pretty decent. I heard they were pretty okay. Their typical issues. The edging on them wasn't near as bad as like the metal sets that had come out previously. How do you think the number sequence will work? This one. What are your opinions on that? Do you think they're going to stick with the $19.99 for like the base set, or do you think we see that number potentially increase to like a $24.99?
Let's look at the sell sheet because we have a couple more pages in there.
We do,
and I think we might. From what I was looking at earlier, I'm sure all of us have already looked over this like 1,000 times, but I'm sure based on the box hits and the chase hits, which I think comes up after this slide.
Mm-hmm.
Is that right? I forget now.
Yeah. So this is where we get into the I need a timeout page.
Yeah, you don't want to see your girl. You wanted to wait a little bit.
I was doing. Did you see me doing this earlier?
Deep breath.
Did you see me doing this earlier, Lewis? Going, yep, that's the next slide.
I think Domino's the card to
sliding
collect.
back and forth like, man, I want to see you, but I don't want to see you. I want to see you, but I don't want to see you.
She's the one to get, man. She is. I don't think there's going to be a better card.
It looks so good. And like Daniel was saying earlier, like somebody was, I think it was Daniel, the keychain off the bottom of the gun with the actual domino on there, and you got the 1 and the 3 or the 1 and the 2 on the domino showing up.
I love her pose.
So good.
I love the size of the gun. I love the issue they used. That's my favorite part about the what if variants are the issues they use for the characters. Like, it's just so sick. So sick. Her first cover appearance, right, Daniel?
Iffy. Domino's iffy when it comes to comic
That's right, iffy. You're right, because of the.
She's got like 3. She's got like 3.
Yeah.
New Mutants 98, but it's not her. It's Copycat. You got she was it X-Force
19 something.
X-Force 8 or something like that, where it's her cameo appearance, and then like X-Force 11 is like her quote unquote first appearance.
He's a nerd, but yeah.
You guys are rock.
Hey, I learned something about the character I care about.
Hey,
See, that's a good thing. That's a
But
good
yeah,
thing.
like again, like what Fausto was just saying, like it's really cool how, and that's what kind of actually brought me into Marvel cards was seeing the what if parallels, like how it correlated with the comic book first appearance for the background. To me, that pops. Like you can't get any better than that. And I was a little wise boy who was like, you know what, I'm going to get the what if parallels because surely no one cares about those, not knowing that it was the lower numbered ones.
That hurts, man. That's
Keith.
the worst.
Yeah,
Absolutely. This completely overshadowed Secret Invasion coming out today.
Keith is the best, man. I love Keith. He's awesome. Keith.
Is it me or is the what if better compared to the prior sets? I think it's going to depend because I mean we have one image here.
Yeah.
And then
So
how many
we're
cards are
getting
going to be in
redemptions
that
now?
set?
This is the first time that I'm actually seeing all this stuff.
For original paintings,
nice.
preliminary art pieces, or comic book sketch
And
covers.
uncut sheet redemption.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
They did that for
Those are
2020,
big
right?
hits, though.
So
Those are
they've
big
done
hits,
that.
though, man.
So they've done that for. So in 16, you had uncut sheets. I don't think you had paintings. No, all the paintings are gone for 16. So you didn't have paintings. You had uncut sheets, and you had something else, and I can't remember what it was now. But it was
But
uncut
those are all
sheets.
EPAC, right?
Yeah.
No,
sometimes it's both. Sometimes it's both. So
Yeah.
I think, yeah, right, Lewis. Like 18.
Like you'll pull some out of the pack, like you can open up a box and hit a redemption card for an uncut sheet, like or an original. Because when we were cracking the boxes with Bianchi, he's like, "How great would it be if you pulled the redemption for the Iceman? For the original painting." So
poor guy, that was already picked up. Yeah, that was great. So if for 18, both redemptions I think were already picked up and are gone, and one actually coincidentally was picked up in physical boxes, and one was on EPAC, and it was Iceman and Iron Man, and Iron Man was good because that was the box one, I think.
Yeah,
so that was killer.
But I do think it's cool that they're adding the ability for collectors to have an opportunity to that can't people. There's a lot of people out there that buy these sets. They can't go buy this stuff.
Hang on.
I mean the preliminary art pieces are insane. I mean that's original
Yeah.
art. Like that's card original art that you can redeem in the packs. I mean that's going to be crazy.
Full pack. That's what's going to make this set crazy, man.
Uncut sheets. A lot of people can't go out there and buy this stuff. Like an uncut sheet of Marvel masterpieces. That's a thick sheet of cardboard.
They're amazing. I've seen a few.
And they're huge, bro. They're huge.
They're huge, massive pieces.
But that would be big to pull a redemption like that. Now, how fast do they get that redemption turned around? That's the next question.
They're pretty good at that. Unless I think they're not terrible. They're not as bad as Topps. Like Topps redemption, you're waiting for like forever.
No, Panini redemptions, bro. I'm still waiting on
Paninis are the worst.
I'm still waiting on a Joe Burrow under my lower dual auto for like 4 years.
Yeah, I heard Panini is the worst. But no, UD's. I will say UD's pretty good. Like I've gotten because I did the preliminary art set for 18 because I'm in love. I'm in love with that set.
As you should be.
Mark Anamano asked if they did that back in 96.
96 is special. So 96, Mark, is they did 9 paintings. 9 paintings in the set that you can get redeemed. I've never seen a redeem card from them. It breaks my heart, but apparently, and I say it's important for my surfer collection, but anyway, the redeem cards, they might have the picture of the piece you won and you could redeem. I don't know if that's true or not, but there were you had 9 cards in there that were redemption cards. Heartbreaking.
Armando, they're not calling these case hits, they're calling them chase hits. So
that hurts. That's a very scary thing.
That's a very important thing because we don't know how many of these are going to be case hits. These are just the chase hits for the set.
This may be a good indicator that we're not going to be guaranteed a sketch card per box.
Right, and you may be getting like 2 or 3 of these per case as well. So these could be case hits, but you might get one of these in every single case. Like you might get one of each of these in every single case. I mean,
no, there's no way.
I doubt for the redemptions probably not, but like the hollow foil parallels, the battle spectrum.
I'd be surprised if you don't get like a red spectrum a case. I don't know if it's been like that. I'm talking completely. I don't know that. I don't know how often you hit a red spec. I don't think it was one a case. Maybe it was. I don't remember. Maybe one every 2 cases. I don't know. But yeah, you're right though. But we do know there's variants to the canvas gallery for sure. We saw the picture. Battle Spectre gems. We know there's variants of that. Holofoil parallels. The 1-of-1 sketch cards. I have no idea what's going to happen there. I really hope it's not. I hope it's 1 per case, but my feeling it's 1 per 2 cases or something crazy.
Mm-hmm. And then how do you do the redemptions? Are those, in theory, those would be distributed evenly among the e-pack and the physical, right?
In the past, it's been down the middle. I don't know if that was like that for 2020. I know it's 18 for sure. I'm like 95% I'm remembering that correctly. 2020, I don't remember. But PAs, I think were split pretty evenly between physical and e-pack. However, that doesn't really work with what Daniel and I were saying, where 25% physical, 75% upper deck. So, like, I don't know. Maybe you get a greater chance of hitting a redemption in the physical box. I have no idea.
And who knows what the achievements are? Because the e-pack achievements for this set are going to have to be ridiculous. Like, they got to be.
Stupid.
It's got to be insane.
That would be so cool. That would be so cool if you could pull a redemption on e-pack and then do the redeem aspect of it and essentially get that image showing up in your e-pack like right then and there.
Did they do that with the comic book variant covers? Like, you didn't have to wait for that to be mailed to you, right? Am I wrong, Matt?
I don't think so.
I don't remember.
I know Derpa's done a few of the
Derpa might know.
Forever stuff. He might know.
Derpa might know. Other people would know. I've never gotten that lucky.
Yeah, I haven't done the Collect Forever yet, but
let's
see what we got in chat here.
God, these look good.
So Mark Terrell says when he first got back into Marvel cards in 2020, he pulled the redemption for the Whatnot or the What If uncut set and sold it for $900. Wish he would have had. I wish I would have redeemed it.
Amazing thing. I will say the uncut sheets.
Awesome.
It's a sick thing. Congrats. The uncut sheets are a nightmare to store. I will say that.
Derpa,
let me show you guys an uncut sheet. Hold on, I got another.
Matt, we were asking if you, with the Collect Forever and the comic books, do you have to wait for the variant to be shipped to you, or do you get an image of that within your e-pack?
Does Lewis have an uncut sheet?
Yeah, look at that.
You sick dog. Where'd you get that?
Hang on.
Ben had this, bro. I have to get it framed. So it's a 2018 What If uncut sheet.
Be gentle.
Be gentle. What's up?
Be gentle, man. Hold it more gently.
I am, bro.
You're all like ending the edges in.
I'm going to take it to the framers this week.
You're going to give Fausto a heart attack.
Hang on. Wait. You're big now.
Wait.
How big this damn thing is.
That is sick.
That's really
beautiful,
good
though.
man. That's personalized. That's dope. Congrats.
So here's what you do. Don't worry about collecting sets. Just wait for someone to get uncut sheets, redeem themselves for $900.
That's the set. That's it.
Louis, that's a remark by Bianchi on the side of it, isn't it?
Yes, that's a remarked sketch. He remarked, I think it was like 6 or 7 of them, something like that.
Nice.
And this is one of the Spider-Mans. I think there was one other one. But I think this is the only What If sheet that had a Spider-Man head done on it. I think there was another Spider-Man head, but I think it was done on either the gold sig. I forgot what it was. But yeah, it's the only What If with the Spider-Man head sketch.
All right, and Lewis
hashtag Alonzo in the chat.
Hashtag Alonzo, we're giving away a remark. What if?
How do I?
Host can win today, guys. Host can win today.
He shut that shit off. He's like, nope,
I'm going.
It's mine.
I'm out.
No.
So yes, this is the last of the cell sheet that we get here. So I'm extremely excited to see what other
There's
characters.
nothing else?
I know. No, this is it for the cell sheet. Yeah, nothing else for the cell sheet.
These dirty dogs. What?
I know.
No boxes? No nothing? Wow.
No odds of anything.
So where is it?
With this.
So where is it that the rumor currently is that it's coming out in July?
Okay, so that is within their announcement itself on Upper Deck's website. And let me see if I can zoom this in just so we can see.
I'm so glad you had that ready. Like you had that question ready, loaded to go.
Yep, because this was the next thing I wanted to talk about with you guys. So, okay, so they have, their whole blah, 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 blah spiel here. But the biggest part of this, to me, is this part right down here, this paragraph right here. The 2023 edition of Marvel Masterpieces is set to release in July. So it'll be popular trading card inserts, and then they go through the whole rundown of what's going to be there. You can find them at the certified diamond dealers, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. With that first sentence, will be released in July. No other details, just will be released in July. My question to Fausto before we started the show when we were in the backstage was, is the set itself coming out in July? And he probably doesn't have the insider information. He wouldn't share it if he did. I just don't know. Or is it only the pre-orders are being released in July? And we still shouldn't expect this set till later.
That says release. And I was talking to Lewis earlier.
It says release. Yeah.
It says release. And I was talking to Lewis earlier.
But it also says is set to release.
But also another thing, if you look at what they've been doing with MCU sets, this is no different. You get your announcement, you've got your shell sheet, and then 2 weeks later it's out.
That's what he said. And I was like, and I looked at it and I was like, you're absolutely right. It has been being turned out pretty quickly. So we could be opening this in a month.
And that could be something they're doing to keep the Dave and Adams, the Steel City, the blowout cards, to keep them in check, to not have this constant.
That's a good one. I didn't even
pre-order,
think about that.
Stop.
That's
pre-order higher, stop. Pre-order higher, stop.
Yeah.
They're mitigating that if they do keep that a tight window from the pre-order to the release date.
I think you're right.
Wouldn't stores know about it though? It's like,
I mean, honestly, like
I can check with my shop. I can check with my shop and see if he's gotten any information about the pre-orders, because he is an Upper Deck Diamond. So I can see if he knows anything.
That's a quick turnaround. I don't know.
That's too fast. In my opinion, it's too fast. So it's either, I think you're right, Melfi. It's either that a couple of things are happening here. Either it's real and we'll just be enjoying the set, which is, I think, the most not happening. July 24th. Yes, 100% Derpa. I'm sure Derpa's.
And that would go back to Spidey's video where they told him the masterpieces for 2024 will be.
They said that. Full circle.
Guys, remember, Allure had the pre-orders up for over a year. But when they released like the checklist and the images, because remember, when we put the pre-orders in, all we had was the image of the box.
When that checklist comes, then we know the set's coming.
That's it.
When they released the pictures and they announced it, like, yo, the set literally came out like less than 30 days after that.
If we get a checklist by Friday, I think this might happen.
Yeah,
like if we get a checklist by Friday.
Armando, this is what I think too. I think it's too fast for it to because we're a week and a half away from the end of the month here to get into July. Now it could be, the end of July is when they're talking about. But again,
definitely.
We talked about this. Per David Adams, Allegiance is still set to release next week, and then Beginnings I think was still slotted for July, and then you're talking Premiere, Anime for August, September timeframe. So what do you do with those sets? If you drop masterpieces, how do you got to move all those sets again then? There's no way you drop two big sets in the same month.
I think masterpieces is coming out before all those.
Oh yeah, that's the flagship set, bro. They're gonna be like, yo, let's make sure we get the big boy out, and then everybody will fall in line with the other sets as we go. But masterpieces is the big one for them, dude. They need to get that out. They don't want to keep backing it up because that's just going to push back the next release for the next artist.
What if they put it out on EPAC first?
That was my option.
That's a possibility, because then
they
they're
saw what
getting
happened
that money
to
up
Ultra
front.
Avengers, and they're afraid that could happen again, where the price keeps dropping with stores.
It might be an EPAC only release.
No, because they say, right? It says collectors will be able to find these cards at certified diamond dealers.
Good man.
Yeah.
So,
nailed it.
But what if they put it out on EPAC first, set their own price, and then send it to stores after?
So what you're saying is essentially they set their own market.
Yeah.
Because diamond dealers, they get directly from Upper Deck. They don't go through GTS. They don't go through Southern or any of those other distributor companies. They get their stuff directly from Upper Deck when you're certified diamond.
That's the only way that I could see it.
Best answer be same date.
But FUA hasn't hit EPAC yet because of their own mess up with the achievements.
Yeah,
Right.
It's not that it's not ready to go. It's that they hit a lag with a promise they couldn't deliver yet.
Yeah.
I think
Now-
Upper Deck's just ready to go. I think they're just ready to rock, and they're like, all right, let's drop the announcement today. Let's let them know we're gonna drop it in July. Like,
Right.
it makes sense. You know what I'm saying? They've been in the shadows. They've been keeping this quiet for so long. Who the hell knows? They may be all ready to go, and they're just giving it that.
Absolutely, because from a business perspective, like you have Masterpieces, which is one artist, so you don't have to wait on XYZ to get done with whatever the hell they've got going on. This one dude has already made 135 cards ready to go. It's up to the distributor to do whatever they want to do with it. And if someone says like, hey, we're ready to go, and it's your flagship brand, like we were just saying, why wouldn't you go and make your money? Yeah. It's a business at the end of the day. It has nothing to do with the community that we've built. As a community, it's a business and an entity that's in there to make money off of us. At the end of the day, we're all consumers.
Look how many sets they've pumped out this year already.
Exactly. They don't care about quality control.
Why that new printer's working good, right, Fausto? That new printer's working solid.
That new printer is going. They weren't kidding. Like, I heard that in the rumor train of like them finding a new printer. Or they said it on one of the shows. I don't remember now what it was, but they're going, man. All these things are coming out, and they're coming out fast. So I think was Masterpieces promised to us before Beginnings premiere. Like, well, this is the first time we're hearing about Masterpieces, or was Masterpieces intended to come out previously?
But at the same time, we've never been promised anything. Like at any point in time, it's always been like, here's your expected release date. That's not a promise that anyone has to keep.
That's true. Yeah. God, I hope it's soon.
So far, all the last sets, when Upper Deck says this is releasing this month, it's releasing here, and Upper Deck says it, typically that's what has happened.
I'm just surprised that there's no pre-sale announcement tied to this too. You would think that.
Wait till tomorrow.
Yeah, I think you're staying up with us, right? We're gonna have a slumber party, bro. I hope you stay up.
Oh, really? Is that what we're doing?
That's it. That's what we're doing. I'm ready.
At 11 a.m., your phone's gonna blow up. Like, hey, Masterpiece pre-order live, David Adams, Steel City. Like, we're all hyped up on what, a 6-hour newsletter that went out.
Yeah. It hasn't even sunken in yet. Wait till tomorrow morning when you wake up. You're like, holy shit, they announced Masterpieces yesterday.
Yeah.
I need to start getting ready.
Like, we had a whole plan for our Wednesday roundtable. They announced that, 12 o'clock today, hey, BT Dub, Masterpiece is coming out. Changed everything.
I called Nathan. I was like, yo, dog, we ain't doing nothing else but Masterpieces tonight. He's like,
I had just laid down, and he called me, and I saw, oh, crap. I was up for 2 more hours. My phone just kept blowing up. With notifications. I was like, oh,
the universe put it in our lap, bro. They on our roundtable night was, the day they announced it. It's perfect.
I think they're in cahoots.
It's going to plague MentalCon, I promise you. Every other guest is going to just be like, so Masterpieces, we're going to be all you're going to have 100 people pumping Masterpieces at the end.
Hey, but you know what? It'll be a good conversation for MentalCon because it is one of those sets that could drive somebody crazy.
It is. You know what? So whenever you have Justin, Uncle Justin is going to be on the stream. His go-to story is Marvel Masterpiece 2020, being on EPAC, pouring money into it, gambling, which, hey, all been guilty of it. But that's already right there, 20-minute talk right there. You have Justin talk about his experience with 2020 Masterpiece, pouring thousands of dollars into it, what not to do, and then look into where the Masterpiece set's going to be going now.
Yeah, sure.
I think you can give people as much of a heads up and advice to not go crazy and not let FOMO kick in. But when something's so good and you're a passionate collector, it's kind of hard to really, go by that, right? All the planning and everything, you're like, screw it, blow it out the window. It's, we're locked in. I don't know. I think it's
tough because, and Mark has a good one. in terms of when it will be gone and send the scarecrows to work. I'm gonna send my cat dressed up as me to work. Be like, just do what you gotta go do. But here's the thing, like.
Well, they don't need you anymore now that they've changed.
That's it. It's done, right? I'm obsolete now at this point. But I think what kills me is that it's tough to be responsible when a set like this is talked about everywhere and where it is going to be the central focus of a lot of conversations.
Absolutely.
But there's going to be so many opportunities to collect these cards. Being the first to have these cards in hand is not necessarily like the end all be all have to. And I will say Mark puts up a good thing. Is it going to be gone in minutes or hours? I think we've mentioned it here already. This is going to be done in stages and it's going to get more and more expensive as it goes, unfortunately. So the first time you see it, that's probably the best price you're going to have. But then again, by the time it releases on ePack, maybe physical is not as high as it was. It just depends. Truly dark days. I love it. Oh, man.
I can't believe it is finally here, guys. This set's going to overshadow everything else for the rest of the year. Y'all know that, right?
Yeah, for sure. What are you guys most excited about with this set? Just to put out a question.
Gems, all the different colors, bro. That's me.
Deathbird.
Domino. It's a good domino, bro. There's going to be a lot of new domino collectors because of that card, bro.
They're already. I screenshotted that, posted that on Instagram, and I was like, "Uh-oh, I'm on board now."
You're done.
I told Sergio.
That one's already posted over on the BDSM community.
Yeah. Sergio's like, "Ooh, I got a new bae." I'm like, "Hey, easy, man, back off. You can have her on every other weekend."
It's gonna be rough. A lot of collections. What about you, Melfi? What are you going for?
I think I'm going for the holofoils. That's kind of always been my set. Yeah,
that's a good one. That's a really good one. I've always loved the holofoils, but looking at, I'm excited. I really, really hope by Friday we get a list. I hope we get a checklist. If we get a checklist by Friday, then I'll know the July thing is a little more real.
Where's the Wolverine? How do you not pull Wolverine or at least one in your sale sheet?
It could be a redemption.
Could be.
It may not be in the set.
What if it's so good that the servers...
Lewis, hold on, Lewis. Say that again so everybody can see your screen name really well. There's no
bro, maybe he ain't in there, dog. You never know, bro.
It's possible, man. It's possible.
That
would piss a lot.
If that happens, bro, the homie Marvel Madness is gonna
on the week that it's
Wolverine's not that great. So why do we care? I mean, honestly, I don't even know why we're wasting our time talking about this character.
Well, Wolverine, yeah.
If Wolverine wasn't in it, then the Lord did Joshua the biggest favor in the world.
Saved him so much money.
Yeah,
poor Joshua. Poor Joshua. I hope. I'm sure Wolverine's there. I'm sure he's gonna freak out.
No, for sure.
Looking at the other art, it's probably gonna be epic. So
there's a comment about it there.
As long as he's got his claws. Which one, Matt?
Mr. Jayhawk fan.
Yay, Jayhawk.
He talked about Wolverine in his blog as being in the set.
Is that true?
Go.
Jayhawk. Good job.
Good looking out with the facts.
Go Jayhawk. Damn.
I want to see who this series' big dirt character will be. Oh yeah, bro. You know, there's always a troll character. Yeah, Spider-Man Metal was what was the dude? The fat dude by the computer. Yes, yeah,
Smythe, right, or something.
Yeah. Spencer Smythe. Spencer Smythe. Spencer.
Yeah,
Spence.
It's a good one. It'll be fun to see the derp character. That's good. Yeah.
Josh's gonna put his kids to work, supplement all those Wolverine cards. I bought you a mower. Get out there and mow those lawns. Daddy needs another Wolverine.
Matt, what are you excited about?
I mean, it's going to be character focused, right? Because I don't think I can say character portraits or holofoils because those are limited, right? They don't have all the characters. So I really need to see the list of the characters to sort of decide. I mean, I'm not going to lie, and it's not to give you crap, Nate. Domino looks freaking good.
It's really good.
There you go. Another Domino collector just happened. See that?
I have no problem sharing. It makes it harder for myself.
The problem is there's so many of them look good. Like, I'm not a huge Spider villain guy, but that Mysterio looks amazing.
The Mysterio looked amazing. The Storm looks amazing. I think the one art in there that didn't really catch me was the when we looked at the canvas cell sheet, the Captain America. It was good, but I didn't think it was Cap worthy good. You know what I mean?
So what's your with that being said, what's your definitive Captain America card look like?
I don't know, man. I would have liked to see. I mean, I know a lot of them are posed non-action shots.
Is it the Jusco cap with the eagle in the background that just screams like some kind of like Journey music playing in the background?
No. I would have liked to see some sort of front portrait with the shield like kind of cross-armed right in front of them.
Yeah.
Something like that.
What about the one that the other
really
cat
nice.
did in there?
Well, the one him in the poster has that kind of like powerful pose, right?
Yeah, that makes me feel like, back World War II when the kids, during the war, and the little kids see that poster and they're saluting him. He's out there fighting the Nazis.
I see that poster. I go to the scene in the movie where they have the little museum thing set up for him.
Yeah, I do too.
It's an iconic image. It really is. The storytelling to this dude, to Dan's images are just ridiculous, man. It's
you might get a Cap Battle Spectra, like you might get something crazy there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
MODOK is sexy as hell.
He has all of his groupies on the bottom. MODOK.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Uh-oh. They're searching who snagged the Ray Acevedo Allure Mysterio sketch yesterday on eBay. He's upset at you.
Oof.
He will bring
a fight.
Let's see here.
So real quick, this is very off topic, but while we have Matt and Fausto as our guest here, while we're talking about Marvel masterpieces and we're all very excited about it, could you guys just imagine what it would have been like in the like as your adult self now in the 90s when 95 Flair Ultra X-Men got announced and you had all the like legendary arts by like say Bob Larkin, Ray Largo, the women by like Julie Bell and everything, just what it would have been like to experience the sell sheet for that set.
I think in 95, and do you mean that like having a set where you're having like artists who like are coming from the comic book side of things? Is that what you mean?
No, not even that, but just like the quality of the card, like say the Archangel, right?
Those read so well. Like there was something, but that's what I like about this set from what I'm seeing. Like the color, the storytelling, it feels. And very
not to interrupt, but like just even though it's a Flair Ultra product, it's on the same level, if not better, than masterpieces. Like that whole 95 X-Men could have been a masterpiece set, just for
100%, 100%. You're right. I agree completely. I completely agree. I like a lot of those 95. They're iconic. They're very iconic pieces. Very iconic. Yeah, it would be amazing.
878. I love your IG name too. You straight up going full on. FBI is not finding me.
I don't know that I in 95 would have appreciated it, to be honest.
Really?
Like, it's now at this age, like. I'm not afraid to like show my geek, right? So
you're fine.
95. Like if I'm to like be honest about it, I just graduated with a useless degree in communications. Was working at a restaurant 50 hours a week. I don't know that I would have really been able to appreciate it at the time. I think if I could go back in time now, knowing what I know, I'd be
But that's what I mean. Like, I'm not saying let's go back in time because shit, I'm 5 years old at this point. I don't know what but I just mean like that now, like to be able to like go back in time and whenever that set had came out, be able to appreciate it with where you're at now.
For that one in particular, that would have been my gold standard, like all mutants. So for me, that set is absolutely sort of the gold standard. Like they're great now and they're sprinkled in, and I do appreciate more characters, but having that entire set focused on that with that level of art at the time, I mean, and that's not a slight to the artists in 2018, Fuxum or any of the other sets, but those, like you said, I mean, we've also had 25 years to sort of build up nostalgia around them. And I'm sure in
Right.
another 20 years we'll be talking about these sets and these masterpiece artists in those same sort of hushed tones of awe.
Thanks for that, Armando.
Yeah, those cell posts are going to come hard and fast.
You're absolutely right,
Yeah.
OCD. I agree, Matt. 100%. Yeah. You it's definitely going to look back and have that kind of realization. I do it all the time with the sets. I mean, I know all of us do. Going back and looking at certain sets that are not masterpieces, you're looking at the artist and you're just like, this is that level. I felt like that happened a lot in the 90s. You know what I mean? There was just really special cards back then, for sure.
Right.
This set's going to have something for everybody, I think, man. There's a lot of variety, cool stuff, a lot of different colors.
Swami brought up a really good point.
There was an interesting point about the sketches. I would love to see a sample of what Dan can do on there. It's hard to tell from these pictures whether these are like giant canvases and whether he'd be able to translate down to the tiny, sketch card canvas, or if it's just going to be just headshots versus full body. So I'm excited to see what he has to offer, though.
Yeah.
Is he going to be doing sketches? Like, do you think he'll be doing sketches within the set?
That's been the pattern since 16.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm assuming that they'll do it. I'd be surprised if they don't have him doing sketches. Did they say it in the release, mate? I'd be surprised if they don't have him doing sketches.
I'm going over to Patreon.
I'm going on Patreon.
Then you got the APs too. I'm pretty sure there's got to be APs as well, right?
Yeah, if you go to his website, you can see he talks about APs for sure. Then that's exactly right. So he'll have sketches. Yeah.
That'll be dope, especially like comparing it to Bianchi. Like how I know, Lewis, you have your AP of Spider-Man.
Thanks to my brother right there. I didn't even know he had that thing, bro. We ended a stream and he was like, yo, you want to see something cool? He started showing us and he showed me that spider. I was like, bro, like you have that? Like I was literally at your crib. You have that? You never He's like, bro, I swear I showed it to him. Like, bro, you lying. You ain't showed me that shit. You would have shown it to me. I would have bought it and tried to get it from you then, bro. He stunned me. He stunned me for a second.
I was dying.
Big shout out to the homie, bro.
I just pasted something from his Patreon. You'll see it pop up in a second.
Awesome.
Yeah, nothing for a time frame in the checklist. Beckett has placeholders in place with some of the art from the release, but nothing announced on that at all.
Yeah, make sure you guys join the Patreon, man. Patreon's gonna have some really cool stuff coming up, so make sure you guys join that, man.
Yeah, that looks like that's.
There's two different options. There's a $5 option and the collector option's $10. So $10, a month.
Killer.
I think it's a no-brainer. So make sure y'all go and jump on that and get in on that.
Yeah.
Oh, look right here.
Easy.
Patreon members also get access to free art giveaways, including preliminary art from the Marvel set and a chance to bid on original art and AP sketch cards that won't be offered anywhere else. Make sure y'all join that Patreon. Thank you, Matt.
No, terrible idea. Don't.
You know what? Yeah, don't do it.
No.
It's
Listen, man. Listen, man. We gotta let the homies know. We gotta give people the opportunity. $10 can probably get you the opportunity at something crazy. You never know, man. He showed support to the artist.
Yeah.
We need to get homies in there for sure.
It's nice too because you have that direct connection. And I'm sure he's gonna post like cool stuff. You know what I mean?
Right. You can there's no telling. You can get teasers. So like even though we get
that's what I'm hoping for.
Yeah. So you may not be able to, but like say for whatever reason, like let's just say Fantastic Four is in this set, right? Because we don't know yet. Haven't seen a checklist. It wasn't any of the promo material. Could happen. Yeah. Let's say there's a Doctor Doom, right? And then you join the Patreon, and then there's a preview for Doctor Doom, or there's a Surfer or a Human Torch, whatever, like stuff we haven't seen in years. You can join the Patreon and get a teaser photo of it.
Yeah, like you said, there's going to be giveaways. Like,
yeah, he's doing it right. I will say
$10 a month is a real small price to pay for that kind of behind the scenes content. You know what I mean?
And unless you guys talked about it earlier, because I know I joined in late, like it's not out of the realm of possibility that Fantastic Four or Galactus or Surfer isn't in this set. Because we've already had Annual come out. Annual came out and it had the FF characters. They're back.
Yeah, it did.
So
I remember this. I remember seeing the Surfer in Annual on that shiny sticker thing that looks sick.
Right, like, but like even Doomcard is already like, hey man, don't get my hopes up. But like, what if we have a Doctor Doom Marvel Masterpiece card with a what if parallel where it has like the original comic book behind it?
Bro,
I'm here for it.
The highest tier is just all the Fantastic Four and the villains.
Yeah,
that'd be amazing.
It's gonna be sick, guys.
That'd be
it's gonna
so
be
cool.
sick.
That'd be so cool. That's such a good way to bring them back.
Yeah.
I'll have 10. Good
I can't wait to see the Venom. Like based on Dan's art style, I'm sure the Venom is going to be something truly special. Like maybe it's more wicked, like exaggerated tongue, muscle build. I don't know what to expect, but I know Venom has to be a base character. You can't not have a Masterpiece set without Venom.
Well, yeah, if he's in the Battle Spectra, he probably has his own. You're right.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Or Spider-Gwen, like we don't know anything about Spider-Gwen yet, and she showed out on 2020. Dave Palumbo did a beautiful Spider-Gwen.
We got Miles. I'm pretty sure Gwen follows.
Exactly.
Miles.
Yeah, I do really love that Miles, and that Gwen Stacy by Palumbo is beautiful. So it would be cool to see Dan's. That's what I like though. I want to see every artist's interpretation of every character. You know what I mean? Like that's a cool card collection for me. Like that's why I love collecting the Masterpieces Surfers. You know what I mean? It's just a very good way to collect that and have the same brand. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm excited.
Right. Personally, I want to see Galactus. Like,
oh,
I just want to see Dan Galactus. Like, if there's a blank AP available at auction, screw it. I'll have a few drinks and hate my life, and my wife will be mad at me later. But I'll bid on it to try to get the Dan Galactus.
Give it to me.
Galactus would be.
How much was it? They gave it to me.
They gave it to me.
It's so weird. They didn't even require money. It's so wild. Just gave them lollipops. It was. So
I have to press books for free for the next 3 years. Don't worry about it.
OBD says Emma Frost.
Oof.
Oh, absolutely. Emma's always a good favorite. I bet Swami, if there's a good Emma, Swami will come out for it.
Swami will be into that.
Mm-hmm.
It would be cool to see more Guardians in there too. I agree.
Would love to see some X-Force costumes come back, like Rogue and X-23.
Ooh, that's a good
Absolutely.
idea.
T-Bear says Gambit. Gambit's still banned, right? Because we've seen several artists like within the different groups say that they can't do Gambit yet.
Interesting.
But what's really cool is Punisher. So I don't know if it was supposed to be shown or not, but like Kursat is one of my favorite sketch artists. Like that dude is on a whole nother level in terms of creativity. But recently on his Facebook, he shared an image for the upcoming anime set where he did a Punisher and it was not an AP. Like nowhere on it did it show AP. So it's going to be a pack pulled Punisher sketch. So that makes me wonder if Punisher has been lifted.
Yeah, point 10's right. Gambit was in Ultra Avengers.
I'd be shocked if Punisher makes it through the approval process. I think he just didn't read the list.
It's possible. And it depends on how he's illustrated. Like, if he has guns, yeah, easy no. But if you do it in a creative way...
Punisher blanket ban because of the character.
Because of the symbol, unfortunately, yeah. Yeah, the idiots who pulled that symbol from that character has really screwed things for that character. So, like, that's been a huge hit to Punisher fans. So it's a shame. And sometimes those sketches, they might post those pack pull sketches, and I'm with you, Valor. I'm not trying to
for the win, Tim.
Hey, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. That's cool.
I'm not trying to blow the wind out of your sails. I hope you're right because Punisher's a great character.
Yeah, the guns rule is it just can't be pointing at the viewer and it can't be realistic. If it's sort of a hyped up anime style gun like that one, it's fine.
Yeah, like if you look at Domino's gun, it's glowing and stuff. That's enough to get past censors.
Right, or oftentimes firearms will look like water guns.
Yeah. Or like ray guns or weird stuff like that.
Yeah.
I want to see Mystique and Nightcrawler. Those would be my two.
Ooh, Nightcrawler would be
Nightcrawler's
so
still banned, I
good.
think, too.
He's
I think
banned too
Nightcrawler's
still?
banned.
He's been
Unfortunately.
banned since like 2016. Yeah,
Yeah, but I thought that maybe they were getting him back.
true.
hope so.
Hopefully, I hope so. I know on a lot of the upcoming sketch sets, he's still banned. Unfortunately.
Give my man a husk.
Husk. That would be dope. A
Oh,
good
we could do
husk.
Filthy husk. Oh.
94
Yes,
husk
that's
is
a-
the best. We've
That's a
talked
pretty
about that.
big. That's a pretty big.
Nathan
Why
loves
are you
coming back
showing
and
this,
looking at
man?
this.
This is alright. This is okay. Why are we looking at this
alright.
garbage?
Way to ruin my husk moment. Thanks.
Look at that.
Look, can you zoom into her face, Nathan?
No,
Can
no,
you
put
zoom
that
all
back
the way
up.
right
Put
into
that
her
back up,
face?
Nathan. That
Yeah,
thing's
yeah.
beautiful.
Now, is the name on it? Are we sure that's not copycat?
It has a little watermark. Says Dos Santos in the bottom corner. I think it's just not showing up in the thing because of the. All right,
Oh,
so you
she's
want to get in?
stunning.
You want to get in
Look
here?
at that.
Yeah,
Look at
zoom all
that.
the way into her face. Look at
That's
that.
gorgeous.
That's
That
actually great. That's a great.
freaking beautiful,
That's a
dude.
sick piece.
I didn't even notice these little beads in her
Me
hair.
neither.
That's nice.
You get the
Spacers.
big earring.
Sick.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that. Look at
I
that.
can't
Look
tell
at
if those are. I don't think they're gauged. I think it's just a big earring.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
I'm pretty sure it's gauges, bud.
I ain't
'Cause
gonna
look
lie,
at-
that gun don't look like a big ass revolver.
Yeah, she's got the flashlights just like
Yeah,
electric
yeah,
tape
yeah.
on her gun.
David.
Something out of like Borderlands or something.
But that keychain is hot. That keychain's like, yeah, this is who the character is.
See,
All right,
look,
now we're
look-
getting
look-
dangerous. We're getting dangerous here.
but look at all the artistry on it. Like between, like
The
this is
detail.
how I know it's going to be
Yeah.
good. Look at the character and look what he put on the backdrop. That complete juxtaposition between that color and her space is such a good composition, good color choices, great balance. The lighting on there is really beautiful. Her skin color has that kind of domino, like that true old school domino where it's not like where it's kind of white, kind of grayish, not true regular skin color. You know what I mean? Just a sick looking piece.
She
And then
got
the
some
smoke.
booty too, bro. She got a little booty
I can't do nothing
peeking
with
out
you
the
guys.
back.
I like Jose's trash. Everybody else stay away. Trash. You don't want this card.
Man, I dig it. Like all the leather and
Beautiful
like
card.
almost the bondage type
Sure.
feel. Like if you were to tell me she belonged with Pinhead.
Here.
Yeah.
Oh, Hellraiser. That's a good ref. Good job. Yeah,
Mhm.
man. That's what's up. Just a beautiful. It's just a nice, well composited image. It's just such a good thing for Domino.
We could do another
Well,
2 hours.
Nathan, you
zooming.
being a domino guy. When's the last
100%
time you
let's
seen
do
a
it.
domino card that good looking?
1993.
It's been a while, man. It's
Bro,
been a while. Yeah,
great.
93 was really good.
Great
I loved
reference.
93.
Great
Um,
reference.
That the premiere that Matt sent me, that's a really nice one too. I like that.
What about
album.
Palladium? Wasn't there a good Palladium for Domino?
Yeah, where she's got like all the guns.
Yeah,
behind
that's
her.
a good one. That's from a
That's a
cover,
good one,
right? I
too.
think that's from a cover. Valor knows,
Yeah.
but yeah, that's a good
Yeah,
one.
it's
That's a
one
good
of
one
the
too.
books.
Haven't seen that in a while.
I don't know. I'm looking at that, and then I'm looking over at my Fred Ian one on the wall, and it's like I
Yeah.
just met my girlfriend's sexy younger sister. It's like,
My wife and my daughter were over here the other day, and I got some cards in, and my wife kind of gave me a dirty look, and she goes, "She's mad at you." I was like, "It's just a card."
It means nothing. I'm only gonna have 20 copies of this card. That's it. Okay, it's not gonna mean anything to me. I promise.
Wife is
I
gonna,
really
wife
should
is
walk
gonna
up
be
her phone.
like, I was gonna be like, honey, I watched your replay last night. I seen you like that domino card a lot. You showed it like 10 times.
I told her, I said, I know what your next Halloween costume is for like the next 50 years.
so for people who are jonesing, there's an announcement on Beckett. There is one extra card that we haven't seen, which is a Havoc.
Go to Beckett.
Oh, wow.
Let's go.
And then it's also interesting that the Black Cat Amber is there, and it's upside down compared to the one on this release.
Yes.
So clearly they made a change somewhere, and we're like, "Ooh, we need to fix this," because little mess up there.
So you saying you found another image somewhere?
Yeah,
On
it's
Beckett.
on It's yeah. I'll put the link in the chat. Hang on.
This happens often, so this is kind of exciting.
Just give it that 12 seconds to pop.
I'm with you, Faust. I hope we see a full checklist by Friday. That would be. Could you imagine if we get that Friday? That'd be ridiculous.
The best. That'd be if Upper Deck actually did that. What'd you say, Melfi?
Did you see Swami's comment?
No. What did he say? Let me look.
I had the Embrace cards all laid out on the table last year. Emily goes, "What are these porn cards?"
You know what? I don't think it's letting me post the URL.
I'll put it in the private chat, Matt.
Yeah.
Put it in the private chat, and then I can post it.
There you go.
Someone's getting fired at Beckett tomorrow.
I gotta change to all destinations. That way it goes out to all the channels so everybody can see it. There we go. There you go, guys.
24-hour stream starts today.
I've already, in the past 2 weeks, I've already done 24 hours 3 times.
Whoa. Beast.
And one of those was a 32-hour day. Yeah, so that's the Beckett, like the placeholder checklist thing that they did, right?
Are you sharing it?
I can. I just wanted to make sure what it was.
Good.
No. There's no rush. I wasn't sure if you were trying to share and it just wasn't coming through or whatever.
No, I just wanted to make sure it was the.
Yeah, what the hell happened to Valor, bro?
Yeah, he dropped off.
Hey man, he's got kids. He's got dad duty every now and then.
Yeah.
That's fair. Oh, they put the what if.
Yeah.
Oh snap, bro.
So we got some different cards here that we didn't see. Okay, so we got Havoc on the what if.
That looks good. That looks real good.
Yeah, it does look good.
That Mysterio is
There's
fire.
our Mysterio.
So dope.
Yeah, so you got this little bit about the guy in the back with the knife here, and then you got the knife over here in the blood.
A little storytelling, maybe.
Scene. Yeah, that's Spidey.
So
it's
good.
much easier to see on that one. That is definitely Spidey down there.
And that's the best Mysterio that I've seen in a while.
It's nice.
Oh, it's a crazy ass Mysterio.
Yeah.
And there's the Magneto in the green. That was in the promo sheet.
He looks good.
The Professor X in the promo sheet.
No.
So this one is different than the promo sheet. The promo sheet, she's upside down. And I think that might be a variant, right? It's the flip.
No, I think they just messed up, like Matt said. Matt said earlier they messed up.
Okay.
I assume it's like a Mission Impossible and she's hanging down to get something. So
That's what I think so too.
She looks like she got kicked in the gut. Like really hard. Yeah.
That is
I actually dig that Captain America. Like, could you imagine, like, every 4th of July, September 11th, Veterans Day, like that's what's gonna flood your Instagram feed.
It's beautiful.
The patriotism in that art is ridiculous, bro.
Yeah, you got
dude. Like, if you have a
planes, the bombers flying over, or the drops.
I look at the little kids with like the old school clothes. Like, yeah, bro. Like that's.
But he also
you even put old school factory over here in the corner.
Yeah. Like, say if you had a friend that's not into Marvel cards, but they're a veteran or something, perfect gift right there.
Oh, you show them that, they go crazy for it. That's insane.
Nice.
Has a lot of meaning. Has a lot of pride to this image, bro. I love it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That red on that spec.
See how the two older kids are saluting the little kid that he's holding in his hand. He doesn't know. He's looking up at him and they're influencing him. You know, it's crazy.
So, Louis, you and me talked about this earlier, but the storytelling that we're seeing in these cards so far is like it's beyond other sets.
No doubt. I've never seen a set designed like this with the artwork. Like almost every piece has some kind of storytelling to it. Like the Battle Spectra, Spider-Man versus Venom right below. You can, if you see where the web is positioned on certain parts of Venom, you can just kind of get an idea of how Spider-Man swooped around, missed getting caught and hit him in all these different angles with the web. Like there's so much storytelling to all these arts, bro. It's crazy.
It's what you want. Like as a fan, like for sure, it's almost like a fan-driven set for masterpieces.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
Yeah,
hey guys. Yeah, the cap. Say again, Matt?
I was saying, I assume we're going to find out in all these interviews that he's a lifelong comic book fan. I mean, it's showing in these images.
Oh, for sure.
Right.
He said on his interview that he's collected the cards, that he's got, all the different binders from all the older sets.
Way too many homages and stuff like that. Hey, listen, guys, I have to head out. Unfortunately, I got some stuff. But thank you all for having me. No, please,
thank you for coming through, brother.
This was so much fun. I've been geeking out alone all day, talking to Lewis, talking to Matt. But this is awesome to geek out with you guys. Thank you so much for having me on.
Yeah.
I'll see you guys soon, okay?
Later, buddy. Peace.
Beckett's release date, subject to change, July 2023.
Yep.
So yeah, just nothing there other than the image. So the only thing we're getting more out of this, some additional text about them, but we're getting the Havoc image is one that we didn't get in the cell sheet.
That is a cool Havoc, man.
This part here, it says he did 135 original paintings for this product.
Yep.
And Mysterios. Yeah. That's good.
All right, so based on past sets, 135. So 90 base.
Yep.
10 canvas. So there's our 100. Battle Spectra was at 25.
Okay.
Is that how many it was? I can't.
It gives you 10. That gives you 10 to play with.
What barrel am I forgetting about?
Metalry, but that's using the same painting, right?
Right, and I think the lenticulars, they said something about from the set.
So it's canvas. It would be canvas, Battle Spectra, base, and holofoil.
Mm-hmm.
Holofoil. There's the other 10. Yeah.
So before we start getting ready to wrap it up, Matt, I know we've seen a lot of different artists already have the cardstock available for this masterpiece set. Are there any certain artists, for sketch artists, that you know of that you're really excited for?
Absolutely. I mean, Dre obviously is always a big name. I'd be shocked if Ash wasn't in this. Oliver Castaneda or Viscritos has been absolutely killing it lately.
Well, we know Ash is in it, just because I know he shared it publicly or whatever. But like one of my friends has one of the AP stocks from Ash, so we know for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I've got a few behind me, but I can't rat anyone out.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Marlowe, I hope he's in there, and PJ, always two of my favorites. I mean, so many artists. I can't remember. I talked to Adam Braun, who was in the chat earlier. I'm not sure if he's still here. I can't remember if he was in this one or not. I hope so. His stuff's amazing. I mean, there are very few artists that I don't love their work. So, yeah, I'm just excited to see. I hope it's multiple per case and not one per case. That would be disappointing because as a sketch collector, especially on EPEX, there is, I mean, it's sort of the trade bait when people want other stuff. So the only way sometimes you can get sketches is you have to buy product anyways, because you need the same set product to trade. So it's a challenge, but there's always the AP route, and went that way for a few. So I think there's going to be
on that same note, because you had just referenced it, with being such a prominent sketch card collector, do you have any advice for, say, a newcomer on how to build their sketch card collections to where they can have like a diverse collection when it comes to sketches? Would it be best just to like scrape through ComC and pick them up that way, or
try to get high level? First thing I would say is don't follow the crowd. Right? If you're getting started, listen, Ash, Liddy, Glebe, Viscritos, they're all phenomenal artists, but there is beauty to be had in all the sketches. And I think you want to avoid getting on the hype train that says these are the best artists or the only artists you should collect, and because they are some of the technically fantastic artists. So figure out a style that works for you, because you might find that someone like, I know a lot of people, I know at least 3 people who are really big fans of Bobby Breed. Bobby hasn't really caught on in the zeitgeist and become like crazy popular. So, but he's phenomenal. So you can get value. I think there's a lot of value to be had in what I would call the workhorse artists who aren't getting the recognition I think they deserve. So figure out whose style you like and look for them. And I'm not saying just buy every $20 sketch. Figure out what works for you in there, and do take the time. Honestly, set a couple hours aside, grab a cup of coffee, and search for all sketches on ePack.
Okay.
I do that when I'm just bored. I'm like, all right, let's see what's out there. And sometimes you discover new artists that way. I discovered Sean Beck that way. I had no idea who he was. His end sketches. I just disclosed them. So yeah, take your time, figure out what works for you.
Right. Makes total sense, and you'd be surprised like who ends up getting popular later. Like right now, I'm on a Homar Bolda kick because that dude's sketches are amazing.
Jomar is finally getting the recognition he deserves, and he is one of those artists. Like I've always loved his work, and I've always told people the key to Jomar is his sketches. Hold it at arm's length, and the composition all falls into place. Like if you look at a big scan of his or hold it up close, sometimes you can't quite make out everything, but once you hold it out and you can see it as a whole, his work is so amazing.
Right.
Carsat's really good.
Has been absolutely killing it lately. Yep.
I love the charcoal because of the dark take on that it applies to the characters.
It's very consistent.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I like that he's willing to experiment a little, like that new sort of subset.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I'm trying to think.
Comic-Con's great deal on sketches. Yeah, for sure. Oh, sorry.
No, you're fine. I was just putting this up real quick for the artist that me and Matt were just talking about, Homar. Like if you want to know how to spell his name, do a quick Google search. Those sketches are freaking amazing.
Yep.
And also affordable. Like just how you were saying, like we have the top tier names that always drive the premium, but you can get probably 3 or 4 or more of his sketches for the price of one of those others.
Mm-hmm.
And then
another person like that is Matthias Streb. I love his art.
Yeah, I think with X-Men Metal, I think a lot of people finally stood up and took notice of him because he absolutely crushed it on that set. So yeah, I scooped up quite a few of his on that set. I think he's the one I have the most of his sketches of any artist on that set.
From X-Men Metal alone, Matt, how many sketches do you think you wound up with?
I could tell you. I can just look at my list. Hang on. Cards, scans. I've got it like 8 folders deep. Sorry.
Hey, no, you're good. Organization is key.
330.
Jeez.
What a monster.
Yeah. No, that set obviously was aimed right at me, and one of my only collecting regrets in the last few years is I went very heavy on Premiere 17 to the point where I told myself, you know what, I'm not going to buy anything for a full year, and I stuck to it, which means I completely missed Fleer Ultra X-Men. Yeah. But they weren't a sketch per box, so it was definitely much tougher. So I'm very happy and made up for it with X-Men Metal.
Matt, that just means you're going to have to go back and watch the entire replay, man.
It's been a great stream, guys. Really has.
It's a good one.
For
I kind
sure.
of got into Ed Mark Dela Cruz.
Ed Mark is fantastic.
Ariel Amani's getting some love in the chat. Very nice.
Ariel was out of sketch cards for a while. Mm-hmm. He got really disillusioned, so I'm super happy he's back. And sometime when you're offline, you got to ask Norin to show you the surfer sketch Ariel did for him.
Nice.
It's something special. let's see. Who else will be on this set? I'm hoping Bella will be on the set. She's been great. Good Lord. It would be interesting also if Fred's on the set, come to think of it.
Yeah. I would hope so.
Lots of goodies.
William says he loves his Ghost Rider from Ariel. Yeah, man, that Ghost Rider you got was pretty sweet. William, I hope you get a Ghost Rider and a Cable in this set. I mean, with them putting Domino in here, I would hope they do Cable as well. I mean, that makes sense to me. But Jose Carlos Sanchez.
Oh, Jose does great work as well, yeah.
Guys, we got 63 people still here. I know we posted earlier we had hit 67, so all of you that came out to watch us tonight, thank you so much. Don't forget, whatever channel you're watching on, throw those guys a sub.
Do you want to end it on a giveaway since we've got 60 people hanging out with us? Everyone's been super positive.
Yeah,
let's do it. I think I got like 12% left on my phone, so
we got to get you. We got to get you going then.
No, you got to get. Y'all can stay as long as y'all want. I'm just letting you know my phone's about to die, so just want to make sure Valor ain't throwing up nothing juicy on the giveaway. I got to get in and put that.
No, we got to get you going because you were doing the giveaway. You were giving away that sheet.
That's right. All right, so
later, guys.
Phone's dying.
I'll give away something. I'll put in the comments. You guys want a comic or a card? I'll let you pick. A card or comic.
Yeah, it's we're still on, man. This is actually a short show for us at 2 hours and 15
whatever
minutes.
you want to do, Valor, man. Whatever you feel like you want to give away, I think everybody will be happy with whatever you choose.
Daniel just said he chose your.
I say some card, man. We're talking about masterpieces. Let's keep it card.
Yeah. I packed all my stuff up, otherwise I'd give something away. I got Daniel, do you have something? If not, I'm gonna try to find something quick.
I'm looking. I'll race you. Or we'll just both give away something.
Yeah, I can do that. I got everything's packed up and put away, so I don't know where.
I'll start as the guest. I'll throw away something too. I'll give away
No,
something.
dude, you're the
Throw away.
I've been testing CGC with some grades to sort of get a feel for it. This was before I knew they were changing everything on me. So I've got from the X-Men medal we just talked about. I've got
a Gambit. You're gonna give away a Gambit.
Red PMG 8.5.
What?
Shit, that's a big card, man.
That's a big card, man.
Damn, dog. Okay, I gotta get up in on this, bro.
Host can win, right?
Sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
PMG?
It's the guest decision. He says host can win, so host can win.
Again, so full disclosure, what also makes it easy is I sent in 2, so I got a 9 also, so I'll give away the 8.5.
There you go.
So let's do. Can I pick? We'll do hashtag Gambit, I guess.
Hashtag Gambit.
There you go. I'll buy you guys some time to find your stuff.
Hashtag Gambit in the chat.
For a graded Gambit Red PMG. That's absurd, Matt. Like, thank you. That's nuts.
Holy crap.
You're a legend, bro.
Oh, no, it's 81. Okay. You ever read these numbers and they all look the same? Like the 8s and the 0s all blur? Yeah, so it's number 81 out of 100. For a second, I thought I just gave away the alpha, but no.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, whoops.
Honestly, don't know where it's at.
Get those hashtags in, guys. Hashtag Gambit.
I had a sketch I was saving to give away, and I don't know where it's at.
Save it for Mental Con, man.
Yeah, I'll have to track it down before Friday, and I can give it away then. We got 34 giveaways, plus anything that people like. We got 34 giveaways on the spin wheel for MentalCon, plus the live auctions for the artists. Plus, there's some guests that are giving away stuff specifically when they're on for people that are on during the time that they're on. So it's going to be really fun. We've already got So the giveaways for MentalCon are every $150 raised, and we already are at 4 giveaways right off the bat.
Nice.
$39 entries, 60 watching. Thank you guys for watching. Appreciate you all so much. And Matt, thank you for offering up a giveaway here.
Yeah, good to do it.
Oh my goodness, my phone, my messages are all blowing up still. It doesn't stop.
It's a good problem to have.
I see why Justin can't keep up with them and they get lost in the fray. All right, let me get the screen up here. And Matt, you can call it when you want, as far as when we
Sure. And we give it a 10-second countdown. 7, 6, 5,
4, 3,
3,
2
2.5.
2 1/4.
All right. Yeah, exactly. Pi.
All right.
All right. We're good.
Good luck, everybody. Swish, Brittany, what's going on, guys? How you guys doing?
What?
Turpa-doo. Wow.
Let's go.
Good night to me, not be on the stream, man.
Armando, which
big
message? The meme thing? Armando, is that what you're talking about? The picture that you sent? Let me know if that's what you're talking about, Armando.
Big congrats, homie.
Congrats, Derp. All right. I'll share that on the screen. Let's see what this is. Daniel, I think this is the thing that you sent me to. So a little meme message here. Dan Dos Santos walking into MCCW today.
Oh, yeah.
And then a picture of Dan Dos Santos lurking in MCCW and posting months ago. And then somebody with the comment.
Have you guys seen that?
I think that's Dan. That's Dan's message. Not untrue, he says.
He was trolling back then. People were like, "Oh, who do you think the artist was?" And he listed 5 artists.
So he was just like deflecting.
He's like, "Oh, I think Young Geist," and like, what?
That's funny.
Well, listen, my brothers, my phone's like literally on 3%. It's about to shut off on me.
All right,
appreciate y'all coming in, man. Everybody watching, appreciate it. Matt, thank you for joining us. Valor, Nathan,
Of course, man. You made it.
Man, thank you.
Fausto, all the homies. Amazing stream. I had a blast. I think this is a big benchmark stream, I believe, for the Roundtable. It's our first big masterpiece set that we can, that we're here to, get that full experience together. So I had a lot of fun tonight, man. I really did. So appreciate everybody coming out. Y'all be good, be safe. Love y'all.
Man, take care, brother.
Y'all soon. Hi, baby. Peace.
All right.
Good night, bud. Uh-oh.
Let her loose.
I don't know if Melfi removed himself from the stream. I think he did. His camera's off. So. All right, Daniel, did you want to do one? I can't find that sketch.
Yeah, so I'll try to move my camera that way you can see it. We'll flip through these real quick. So,
Melf, give me a thumbs up if you're good, Melf. All right.
Most of these will be Allure, all base cards, but we'll do the movie poster for Avengers Infinity War, Thor Dark World, Spider-Man base. As we were talking about earlier, we got the 95 Fleur Ultra Apocalypse, the Archangel, Allure Thanos, and then 94 Tempo, Forearm, Wildside, Boomer, Forge, Tyler, and Psylocke by Bill Sienkiewicz, one of my favorite artists ever.
Very nice.
So, yeah, we're going to just do a hashtag, and then I'm going to give this a lot of cards away. So it'll be a nice little stack for you.
What would you like the hashtag to be, sir?
Man,
Did he bail on us? He like bailed on the giveaway. He's like, I'm out. Oh, I don't know what he's doing.
I can see my giant mess behind me. I had to switch.
no, that's how you do it. You hit Vicky's psychic roll up. I'm like, all right, this is what we're giving away.
And then
I'm out.
you bail.
Yeah, I'll give the stack of cards away. Just do hashtag MM since we're talking about Marvel Masterpieces.
Oh, Brittany, it's Daniel, the Uncle Justin hashtag thing.
Yeah.
That was something that Daniel said in jest about Justin to get that going during the mental con event when Justin's on.
Yeah, you gotta do a hashtag Uncle Justin.
Is that what you want? I'm gonna do that right now. That's the hashtag.
All right, hashtag Uncle Justin.
Hashtag Uncle Justin. There you go, guys. Hashtag Uncle Justin.
Hey, was Dirt paying it forward on his?
I didn't catch a message, but I was busy looking, so I don't know if he was or not.
I think he was. I'll scroll up. I got it.
Yeah, 851 looks like. Let's do another giveaway. I have a Solid Magneto Unbound base and a comic on e-pack you'd like to give away. All right, Matt, we'll do that here after we run this one.
I'm gonna give away this too.
And I found that
PMG.
sketch card too. So don't go away, chat. We got 3 more giveaways for you.
Warlock.
Very nice.
Is that a Warlock sketch or PMG?
Red PMG.
Nice.
2020 Masterpieces sketch. Fitting. Matt, who's our artist on this one?
Maybe Sean Stannard. You can go pull his and check out, compare the signature.
Yeah. I won this one a while back on one of Spidey's shows, so I can pay this forward. Get that moving. I was saving it for mental contact. We can do it now.
Speaking of sketches, where are we at on that husk?
Just waiting for it to come in, my man.
No, the other one. The auction.
What other one? Oh shit. We might have missed it.
It went for $18.50.
Is that what it sold for?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I completely forgot that it was on tonight.
I did too. It's all good, man.
You would have easily gotten that.
Damn. I don't know if you missed it.
As soon as you said that, I looked at the clock and went, ugh. Because I think it ended 26 minutes ago.
It's all good. We can't help that. So, Matt, to share the story real quick, there was a Hush sketch that was listed on eBay. Clearly, I don't have it, but Nathan was going to bid on it for me, and we lost track of time. Sold for $18.50.
That artist is Steve Mardo.
Steve Mardo, okay.
Now I'm curious to find the Husk sketch and see.
I'll post I had it here. What did I do with it? Just had it up, and then now it's not. Close the windows. I posted it in the private chat part. All right, Daniel, we got 24 entries, 57 watching.
We get to 30.
Let's go, guys. Get them chats going. Hashtag Uncle Justin. Swish asked if you got some fresh ink. I think he's talking about your tats. Did you get some fresh ink?
No.
No?
No. The older I get, the more tattoos hurt. So I haven't got one in a while. Like the last time I got a tattoo was like all down here in my elbow and everything, and I hated my life every second of it. It was an Iron Man, so that's cool, but it was not worth it.
Mr. Jayhawk fan. Ain't no thing. I'm just like giving back. You guys are coming out every night supporting us, so
No doubt. That's the best art that's built in the community.
Mhm.
You know, we were talking about that earlier in the stream, which was just like the best part of Marvel cards and this, that, and the other. And it's honestly the relationships. Like that's probably the thing that I like the most about Marvel cards is the community that it builds with people being willing to A, help each other with their sets, and B, just like the passion that surrounds that hobby in general. Because it's not found in any other hobby.
So Derpa says he needs a PSC of just sitting on a porch whittling wood. Nice. Very cool. All right, guys, 2 more entries. We'll draw this one. 55 watching. We got to be able to get 2 more people entered, especially considering like 5 or 6 of those are the host entries. Hashtag Uncle Justin. Get it in there. Matt, did you get your entries in?
Just did.
Awesome. Dan, if you are watching, fantastic set, man. Can't wait to see the rest of the art.
No doubt.
And don't be afraid to shout out in the chat either, man.
Good Lord.
So were you surprised today, Nathan, when you found out that Domino's going to be in a Masterpiece set?
I was. I mean, just based on the previous sets that we've gotten, everything's been X-Men, Avengers, and Spidey related. I'm happy that it's a nice mix of characters. I honestly can't wait to see what the other characters that come out are. That's going to be really fun when we finally get a checklist and can start seeing these boxes opened and seeing what this other artwork looks like. Because I'm sure once they finally do announce the checklist, we'll actually start seeing images from like the original art stuff and stuff like that. So 33. Right. All right, here we go, guys. 5, 4. Good luck, good luck, good luck.
Jesse
Val. Nice, congratulations.
Cool, man. You won.
He got his in right at the end there. Right at the end. Nice.
All right, man. Just hit me up on Instagram, Valor Comic Services. Let me get your info and I'll mail these out to you tomorrow.
All right. And then Melfi, you said you had one.
Oh, I was just gonna use the same hashtag, but
you're gonna use the same hashtag?
Yeah, can it roll again?
Yep, sure can. Yeah, because we'll be able to do that. That's what we're doing with the Mythicon is we're just using the same hashtag.
Yeah.
We're just gonna do that for the next couple drawings. We're just gonna use the same hashtag. That way everybody's already in. Yep, we already got 34 entries already in. So Uncle Justin, get it going again. So guys, we got 56 in here watching. Melfi, what are you giving away?
Red PMG Warlock PSA 8.
Very nice. It's a very cool giveaway. 39 entries. Get your entries in there, guys. Hashtag Uncle Justin. 57 watching. We got 39 entries. And the Melfi, you'll just tell me when you want to run that.
Whenever. It's fine.
Whenever. All right.
We got to make Uncle Justin a thing now.
I did not know that, Dirt, or else I would have. I did not know that.
I want to know if he's only Warlock or does he also collect Douglock?
It's a good question, too.
I would have definitely sent that to you. My bad.
Swami, if you're watching, I'm dropping that in your Discord. As soon as I find
as
where
well.
the hell you posted that. Oh boy, now I lost it. There it is.
Mojo's a really cool character, Dirt. I've got a Mojo sketch on my e-pack if you want to go browse for it.
$45. If we could get there.
2 more. I'm sure we can get there. We got 58 people in here. There's no reason we can't get to 45.
Red PMG, fur to free.
Oh no, I gotta find where's the my window disappeared. There it is.
We're 10 seconds.
We got 15 people that have it entered, chat. Let's go. Hashtag Uncle Justin. Don't be afraid to win.
And you got 15 seconds to enter.
And then, Valor, do
You're running
you
it.
have... Where's that at? Where's the...
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Roll it.
Good luck, good luck. Derp. Perfect.
All right,
Congratulations, Derp.
No, you gotta
Oh.
pick. You gotta pick the Gambit or the Warlock, and you gotta forward it on, man.
Oh my god.
All right, what before I change this window, what are we doing here, man?
Derp, you keeping
Oh.
He's a
Warlock or
warlock
Gambit?
collector. What am I going to tell him now?
What the what? Like, I'm not on the show tonight. I'm keeping both.
Oh my lord.
And he wanted to do a giveaway too.
Yeah, he's giving it back.
Yeah, he wanted to give away the Psylocke, a Magneto Unbound base, and a comic on e-pack. Yeah, he's giving it back already. So,
Definitely.
all right, get those hashtags in, guys. Uncle Justin.
Congrats, Derp.
This is going to be for the. You got to have an e-pack. It doesn't cost you anything to have an e-pack. Psylocke, Magneto Unbound base, and a comic book on e-pack. That Derp will be transferring over. Same hashtag, Uncle Justin. I don't know if Justin is still watching. It's late for him. But if he catches the replay again, it's going to be hilarious. And then we'll have one more after this, guys. So 57 watching, only 43 entries. Somebody's not entering.
I suspect Justin's going to be busy because he's interviewing Dan tomorrow.
Yeah. He's going to be a busy man.
I missed it. Where is
Killer,
Dan
what's
from?
up?
Like his background.
Magic is what they said earlier in the stream.
Okay. So mostly like fantasy art style.
Yeah,
bow.
Yeah.
that's what the fantasy style. Poppy Justin. Nice. All those hashtags, we only gained one on there. All right, Matt, you just tell me in the chat when to run it. You can't win. Kids popping in trying to get entered. Unbelievable.
Derp's gonna win his own giveaway at this rate.
Yeah, no doubt, right? It's just one of those streams. Well, so we do have the MentalCon giveaways. Like I said, we got like 34 of those. The MentalCon giveaways that we have on the wheel, those will be one per person. So only one. You can only win one of those per person. Just that way that love gets spread around to more people.
Yeah, that's cool.
And you don't have to be on the stream to win those giveaways either. You'll just enter the hashtag, stick around, support the show for a little while, maybe make a donation to Wounded Warrior Project, and then you're entered for the entire stream for the hashtag.
Derp said he's gonna add 2 comics.
That's awful. I see you, man. And another bonus card with a Winky. Ooh. Matt, you ready to run this? We're at 45. Let's go ahead. And
All right, guys. I gotta hop off of here and start getting things ready for tonight.
Yeah. Thanks, Daniel. We'll see you on Friday night.
Oh, for sure. Thank you, Matt, for hanging out with us tonight. Always fun.
Thanks for having me.
Steven, way to go, man.
He's won 3 times in like the past 3 shows. He's won like 3 times in the past 3 shows. Crushing it, man. He's on fire. This one's an e-pack, so no shipping for you there, man. So just reach out to Derpa Derpa Do on Instagram. And if you need his direct link at all, just let me know and I'll send that to you. All right. One more. Since we are talking about masterpieces today, we're going to give away the 2020 masterpieces sketch. As soon as I can get my thing on the right screen here. Give away the 2020 masterpieces sketch. Who is our artist on this one again?
Steve Mardo.
Steve Mardo. There you go, guys. So we're not going to run this one as long. Jose, good night, sir. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. William's going to watch the full 24 hours. Dude, that'd be awesome. And if you wanted to pop on the show too, just let me know. I'll send you a join link so you can come on too. Ken, what's up, buddy?
You're gonna have a lot more to talk about now with masterpieces. Yeah,
tons. All right, guys. 5, 4, 3, 2. Good luck, everyone.
Good luck. Good luck.
True Blue Collectibles on Instagram. That's how you reach me, or on Facebook. 878. Nice. Now you'll have to give me your name so I can ship it to you. We'll keep it G14 classified, though. Congratulations, man. Congratulations. Awesome. I've already got a message from you on IG, so I'll hit you up over there. So, chat, thank you guys, all of you that have come out and supported us tonight. Justin's show tomorrow with the artist for Masterpieces. Definitely check him out. Be on that show. Ian, I'm sure, will be breaking cards on Whatnot tomorrow, so you may have to double screen that depending what time they go live. Check him out too, even if you just want to watch. He always does great box openings. Friday night, 8 p.m. Eastern, we got the Mental Con. Tons of good guests. If you're in the Discords, if you're in the Facebook groups, we have posted the schedules over there so that way you can see when your artist and the guests are going to be on. So if you're looking to bid on some art from the artist, you'll be able to do that. Just look at the time frame when they're going to be on. And we'll kind of explain those as we go throughout the show. So, Melf, Matt, you guys got anything else for our guests tonight?
No, I'm good.
All right. Well, thanks, guys. Appreciate you all so much. And we'll see you guys all on the next show.
Later.
Bye.